Okay. Absolute cinema. So, yesterday, Castle Crashers, a game from 2008, got a new DLC 17 years after its initial release. What was the DLC? Well, you're looking at it. You can now make your own custom characters and put them in the game. And I thought it would be funny just to go through the game as Abraham Lincoln. Don't know if this is going to be like a best of compilation or just the full thing, because Castle Crashers is a very short game. So, we'll see. Oh, and for anyone who wishes to download the 16th President, there will be a link to the download in the pinned comment and the description of this video. Now, is this a challenge run? Not really. Guess the most challenge run thing about it is I'm going to stick with the base weapon that you give me, because you can also customize the weapon. You can't customize its stats. It's a specific weapon, then you can just kind of go over it with whatever you want. You're going to see what it is in a second. But, yeah. So, as you can see, it's just all these other characters, you know, Castle Crashers normal, and bam. So yeah, we'll probably just stick with the base weapon that we have. That's probably the only challenge restriction, I suppose. Other than that, it's just going to be a normal playthrough of Castle Crashers, because I love this game. I'm sure I'll talk about it once we get into it, so with all that out of the way, let's begin. I used to be obsessed with this game. There he is! Oh, he's like a horrible cross between Saddam Hussein from South Park and freaking Angela Anaconda. As you can see, the graphics updated on everybody else, and yeah, there's the weapon we're talking about. That is John Wilkes Booth. The way I see it, Abe's gonna get his revenge by beating everyone to a pulp with good old John here. You can't really see, but underneath that is his little suit and tux. John kind of covers most of it. I don't have any items or animals or anything like that, and so it's a fresh save. But we can talk to this guy, get you a free potion, so that's always nice. Now we can get started proper. But yeah, like, you can even see like, the king's slightly updated, I believe, but like the evil wizard, he is seemingly completely unchanged, which makes sense because you can never really play as him. Well, that's different. He's not just screaming. Okay. I played a little bit so far, just up to well, pretty much the end of this mission, then restarted. So just to make sure everything was running okay. Oh, okay. So, okay, I didn't know that. So it seems that I can keep the look of this weapon, so I can. But I can actually use other weapons? Okay, that's okay, there's no restrictions then, I guess. Yeah, so clearly, as you noticed, I just juggled the hell out of them. Not my first time playing Castle Crashers. In fact, when this game came out, I didn't actually get it when it came out. I think I first played Castle Crashers in 2009. But for the entire summer, pretty much, of 2009, I only played this and Halo 3, essentially. And I actually played this so much that I eventually got every character, give or take maybe one or two, to level 99. I essentially played this to the point where there was nothing else to do. Only problem is, eventually, whenever the 360 eventually added in cloud saves, you know, whenever, I can't remember when that was exactly, but whatever happened there, my save got corrupted and deleted, and I've played this every now and then since about, I'd say, I think it was maybe like 2013, 2012, could be wrong though, but yeah, since then I've played the game on and off, maybe do like one little playthrough a year, every other year or so, but never to the same extent as I once played it. So well, I'm basically trying to cover my ass here, being like, I'm so good at the game, but if I mess up, I have my reasons. Ow. Something I never really did in this was block. Oh, decapitation. You always decapitate if you finish with a light attack, or your first swing of your light attack, I should say. Right, might as well just buy more one more potion. Yeah, there's his little signature. Strength. Now, ironically... Oh, whoa, the map is fully redrawn. That's cool. Barbarian Arena still here? Or the King's Arena? That's cool. Blacksmith's place. Like, all the backgrounds in-game are still seemingly the same. Pick up that compass, we need that for later. And, again, this is a completely fresh save on my Steam account, so... Because I've been playing the 360 version of this game pretty much since it came out, and then a bit of the remastered version when it came to the Xbox One Series X. So you might look up there, you can see that little cat. What you're meant to do is, as you can see, you jump, you can't reach him. You're supposed to get your magic. Also, we have magic. I just gave him the Barbarian's magic because it has throwing axes, and, you know, Abe's liking his axes. So yeah, that cat up there, you're supposed to use the magic jump, which is the final magic upgrade you get to get him. Or you can just do this. Granted, we're not going to use this cat because all he does is increase your jump height, which, you know, can be useful in some scenarios. Yeah, like Sherbert helps you jump higher, which can be fun. We're going to send away, but it throws off my combos in this, like my juggles. I'm going to go check the frog real quick. I can't remember if we've got any weapons. Probably just the basic weapons the knights start with. I assume that, yeah, that turns off the custom. Okay, that's cool. I suppose, yeah, there you go. You can get a better look of my torso. It's Abe's wee suit, the one I use in all the freaking thumbnails. Is there any of these that I want? Oh, is that the barbarian? No, that's like the... Which knight is that the orange knight has the... Yeah, the orange knight has the axe, because blue has the... What is this? The baton? Red's got the mace, and the green knight's got just the basic ass sword. Oh, yeah, I've got the, obviously, whatchamacallit, the Blacksmith and Pink Knight DLCs. So, yeah. But yeah, this is the new weapon that came with the DLC that all your custom characters start with. It's also what the Painter starts with, the new Paint Junior. 7 magic, 2 defense, and 1 agility. That's not bad at all. 5 agility, 3 defense, broccoli. The broccoli sword. The hammer. Yeah, something I was gonna say, so like strength, I'm probably gonna go mostly into strength just because, again, I like comboing. But like, the funny thing about strength in Castle Crash is your experience is actually tied to how many hits you do, not how many people, not like, you don't get experience for killing people. I guess, good example for this channel, oh my god, Wolverine claws. A good example for this channel, it's like Bethesda, you know, like, sorry, Elder Scrolls, rather. You gain experience the more you hit with a weapon kind of thing, so getting your strength up first actually means you'll probably level up less in a playthrough. Unless your character has multi-hit magic. I think I will just stay with this for now. It's got decent defense, which is fun. Come on, Booth. Let's go. Oh, and also I probably noticed, but the shield is his top hat. Yeah, I could have put the hat on him, but... You know, if you actually look at photos of Lincoln, he rarely actually has that hat on. It's like a placebo effect. Not placebo effect, what? Mandela effect, almost. Everyone always thinks he was wearing the hat, but he really wasn't. Anyway. So far, I'm not sure exactly how I feel about the rest of the characters' redesigns. Like, yes, they all look the same, they've animated a bit more, and a bit... I don't want to say chibi-fied, but that's like the best thing I can think of. Like, they almost look cuter. Like, I don't want to... Obviously, art is very subjective about how, like, art style, so I don't want to say, like, oh, it looks better or it looks worse, but, like, you know, when you have played the original Castle Crashers for basically 17 years, you're kind of accustomed to that art style. It's kind of my same prospect with, like, Fallouts and Elder Scrolls, and people say to me, like, why don't I, like, mod the games to make them look better? Because the way they look is just how I like them and how I remember them. It's also one of the things I'm like hit or miss about this Snake Eater reboot that's coming out, you know, in like, Jesus, actually from the time recording this, like 3 weeks, or just under 3 weeks. Like, I just want an excuse to play Snake Eater again and use, let's be real, better controls. For as much as I love that game, the old Metal Gear's kind of made pretzels of your hands. Oh, we can get the bow now. Probably won't be using much of that. But yeah, so like, I'm excited to actually see the cutscenes as well redone to a degree. But like, in terms of the actual like graphics being like a selling point to me has never really been a thing, because it's like, so when you play a game, when you play a new game, like, you know, you can look at something and be like, oh my god, those graphics are incredible, but like, the graphical quality of something is the first thing that after time, like over time, is going to become less and less important, because yes, while a game can look incredibly beautiful, you know, eventually you're going to stop just being like, oh my god, this looks amazing, to, right, what's the actual game like, you know? If that makes sense? So yeah, like, I am excited for the Snake Eater remake. Don't take this the wrong way. Of course I am. It's me. But, yeah, like, I am more interested in, like, what small changes they've made in terms of, like, gameplay and whatnot. Which, to be fair, I know is not a lot. Okay, these bosses are the same. I think, like, it's literally just the character enemies that are... And you're, like, you know, animations and looks are different. I guess it looks like the bosses are going to be the same. I mean, this is the first boss. It could change. I mean, I guess the inside of him is technically different because he has the barbarians. There we are. Nice and easy. So yeah, I've still got it in terms of juggle combos. The barbarians only have like 52 HP, if I remember correctly, each, so like I really don't need to be juggling them all that much. I just am. But yeah, like I thought this would be a fun distraction, kind of. It's like a bonus video. Like, I'm still working on actual like proper challenge runs. At the minute, I've got a smaller Fallout 4 one. That was just something stupid. I guess I could say it here, it's not a big deal. I played Fallout 4 as an alien, like, not a xenomorph. I was kind of... There was going to be a joke in the video where halfway through it just transitioned into me playing the, is it the 2009, 2010 Alien vs. Predator game? Might still do that. We'll see, but like, it's a really short video, because it's one of those ones I've seen requested for. Like, ever since I did the Deathclaw video, I get a bunch of requests for, you know, do different species or animals in Fallout, which makes sense, you know, they all have different movesets. But the alien doesn't really have a unique moveset, other than he's really goddamn slow. But the most difficult thing, I suppose, about the run is I didn't use... well, I used one mod, I believe. One or two mods. It was basically... Well, obviously the mod to get the alien, plays the alien, duh. But I used a mod to allow infinite building space on settlements, just to... So while I was grinding for XP, because you need to be level 20 before the alien spawns to get the alien blaster, to obviously for the run. So I got a mod that let me spawn as many items in at settlements as I wanted, just to speed up that process the tiniest bit, so I didn't have to keep scrapping things. Alright, let's see what the barbarian boss looks like. Oh, he's got little sharp teeth. Oh my god. Yeah, he's the same. I don't want to... The old... Like, these bosses, since they haven't been touched up, they clash a little bit with the new art style, but not too much. Like, again, I'm not gonna complain. This update, this DLC, by the way, was like £2-3, and it's on like a 10% sale as well. Like, it only, like, the day it came out, like, do you not want our money, Behemoth? Like, well, what's the deal? Like, I would happily have paid like a $5 for this. Alright, me and one of my best mates, he's gonna hopefully download this later on, and we're gonna do a run through of this. Gonna see what a stupid characters he ends up coming up with. If you can hear my phone buzzing there, apologies. But yeah, so yeah, I'm working on the Fallout 4 Alien video. That'll hopefully maybe be up soon. I'm also working on, obviously there's that Dragon Age video I recorded last year, which is coming along nicely. It's just really long, because it is the full playthrough, which will make a hell of a lot more sense when that video comes out, why it's a full playthrough. I basically take, like, the intro to the video is like nearly 4 minutes long, because I just, kind of like the Metal Gear Marathon video, the intro is incredibly long because I'm just explaining why the video is incredibly long, essentially. There we go, that's him down. But yeah, that video, the plan is to have it out before my birthday this year on October 20th, because I recorded it on October 20th last year, and I don't want to have had the video sitting, all that footage sitting in my PC for a full year. That's just more of a personal thing, I just don't want that. Also, I had to use Photoshop to make the back of Abraham Lincoln's head. In retrospect, I wish I'd put a little target on his back, the back of his skull, you know, for good old John. Hey, we unlocked the Grey Knight. He's got a little cup of coffee, that's cute. A little bit of defense. And I want to get magic up to 4 bars so that I can, whatchamacallit, I can unlock the throwing axes. Yeah, there's no point going to the docks just yet, you can't actually progress, so to the forest entrance. God, I love this song. That's another thing, the music in Castle Crashers fucking slaps. Hey, it's Snappers, he hasn't changed at all. There's probably the aggressive mashing of buttons you can hear, which I kind of apologize for, kind of not. I'm probably, actually, I was going to say I'm not going to use him, but I actually do, because there should be a heavy coming up. Do you think it's weird that they never made the industrial, like, Prince dude there a playable character? Like, he's clearly modeled like the rest. Oh shit. He's clearly modeled like the rest of the playable characters, but for whatever reason, he's not playable. I'm kind of in a tight spot here. Ow. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the burly dudes, they are the most annoying people to fight. Also, in the character creator, you have to obviously create what your character will look like when they're buff. I'm gonna rip the band-aid off now. I didn't put a lot of time into that. I kind of just grabbed the first PNG I found of a 6-pack and then just made it grayscale and called it a day because I wanted to play this now, essentially. I might update it eventually if I come up with like a stupider idea. And then, if that happens, I'll update the mod as well. By the way, the mods, like, there's already like over 2,000 of them, and this hasn't even been out for a full 24 hours yet. Like, they give you the ability to get your creations ready before the mod, so obviously a lot of people did that. What's the Ranger Sword do? Agility and -1 strength. Now I'll keep the paintbrush. So yeah, like a lot of people already. Basically what you have to do is they give you a template, and all you have to do is take it into like a photo editing software, so like, you know, Photoshop, whatever, or, you know, Photopea online, which is what I use because it's Photoshop, but it's free. Hush hush. But you can add it with anything, and as you can tell from this, you can insert photos into it, obviously. So, huzzah. It's super easy to do, but at the same time, like, some people have made some really complex freaking creations. Like, there are some great artists out there in the Castle Crashers fandom. Let's pick up the oil here. He's something. Yeah, he goes over to trees and grabs you fruit. You know, it can be handy. I'll probably pick up as many of the animals as I can on the way. No reason not to. So we have to attack this bush. Nice. And, haha, here comes the pooping oil. Oh no, Mr. Preston, get down! No! He has been pooped on. Abraham Poopin. Please subscribe. Hey, I would say, have I unlocked the dash moves yet? I have. Oh yeah, these dudes are they're thieves. If I didn't mention that, so they will steal money, and if they walk into the money, they will pick it up. I think other characters can do that too. There's these little gremlin things you'll see in a minute. That after a certain point, anytime like money drops, they have a chance, I think, just to run in and grab it. What's this? This is the twig. No, it's the friggin' meat tenderizer. I'm gonna keep hold again. I'm gonna keep hold of the pencil underneath on account of the fact that it's giving me defense, and I haven't put a lot into defense right now. Granted, that won't matter yet, but by the time we get to like the lava world or the industrial castle, like things can start one-shotting you if you don't up your defense. So I'll need to focus on that. And I know that there is a block button which blocks like 90% of attacks. I just kind of forget to use it. But I'm like that in any beat 'em up with a block button. I'm more just about running and punching. Like I've been playing that Ninja Turtles one, is it Shredder's Revenge? The last couple of days. That's super fun, so it is. But it doesn't have like a block button, just gotta dodge, so I'm fine with that, essentially is what I'm trying to say. Like I don't need a block button. Hey, Sir Craps-a-Lot. I have called that deer that since 2009 and I don't know why. Right, we're gonna take the seahorse because he lets us run faster in water. And that's handy for like this little lake right here and one small section in a second, and that's about it. Hey, decapitation. Decaps don't actually do anything as far as I remember. Other than there's a glitch where whenever you're playing versus against like someone, whether that's for the stealing the princess kisses or... Oh, that was weird. Yeah, there's a glitch with the decaps. If you decap your friend and they heal like that exact moment, they can like continue playing with no health. Here's another character that they never made playable, the little trolls. Granted, with the now they've added the character creator, I dare say that they will be added to the game. There are some official ones as well made by the Behemoth, and some of them are great. I think my favorite one that I've seen thus far, this wasn't by the creators. Oh, that's another animal, it's the troll pet. He slowly heals you, if I remember correctly. Can't get him because you need bombs, and that's the twig. Yeah, the twig is terrible. But yeah, one of my favorite things so far that I've seen creation-wise, poop bear, was it's just a bottle of ranch dressing. That someone, it's not like a PNG like I've done with Lincoln here. It's literally just someone has drawn in the style of Castle Crashers a bottle of ranch dressing, and it's alive. Yeah, see, these are the little thief goblins, or loot goblins rather. They haven't changed at all. We're coming up on another boss here. This one can get kind of hectic because it's the mother troll, I believe. That's what you call it, or it's like a troll head or something like that. But regardless, every time you hit it, it like spawns another troll. So you need to be careful. That's a free heal, full heal right there. We're doing decent enough damage, though this shouldn't take long. This used to be a pretty good place for grinding. Actually, speaking of grinding in Castle Crashers, if that was something you ever did, which you didn't really need to, we are coming up on our next boss after this one. Was actually, for a really long time, was the primo grinding spot, because you could get this weapon, the boomerang weapon, which is, well, sub-weapon, and it does 1 damage, and the idea is it's meant to stun, but on certain enemies and bosses, it could get stuck behind them and then keep hitting for 1 repeatedly, and since you gain XP per hit, you basically just... your levels just skyrocketed. I remember doing it to get my first character ready for my first Insane playthrough. Which, the Insane mode in this is freaking insane. Like, holy, the amount of damage they do. I love that little sidewards profile of Lincoln that I was able to find. I was tempted to make it just the penny. With him looking to the side. But I thought it would look a bit too weird if it kept switching back and forth between a penny when I look left and right and this face when looking forward. But yeah, like there's like so much you can do with the customization if you're creative enough. Like some of the characters coming out have been amazing. There's another one that's like called the Doom Fella, which is obviously it's the Doom Slayer, but again drawn as if he was a Castle Crashers character, and it's awesome. Like I'm gonna get so much use out of this. Like, unironically. But also, another thing is, well, as you can see, I'm playing as Lincoln, obviously. And you can make, like, a fresh character, like when you're... So it doesn't have to overwrite anyone, or you can overwrite other characters with your own customs temporarily. Well, for as temporarily as you want. You know, you can toggle on and off. Which basically means, for example, when I was fighting those thieves there, I could download, like, the bottle of ranch dressing mod, and they'd all be bottles of ranch dressing. I was thinking about doing that before this, but I didn't want things to get too chaotic. I think I might have changed one other character, which we will see We'll see at some point. You'll be able to notice, okay? You will be able to tell who the custom character is. Just like waiting back here when this bit ends and it looks like he catches you. Also got through that without taking any damage. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, this is like the only other area where the seahorse, I think, kind of works. Like you swim a little faster. This is like the only time I'd probably use the block button as well. Okay, so these little bats all have 1 HP. And honestly, it's sometimes more effective just to let them come to you. Or do your AA, or your spin it move, which is just double tapping the jump button. These things I hate. You may have noticed we've... Sorry, screamed that there, didn't mean to. You may have noticed we've leveled up a few times without having assigned stats. Basically, the levels are broken down into, I guess, almost like sections. So, once we get through this and beat the boss here, that'll be the end of this section. So, we'll go back to the map screen from there, and we'll be able to assign our stats for all the levels we've got. And I'm gonna put, like I said, I'm gonna put 2 points in the magic and get the throwing axe, and then from there, everything's probably gonna just go into a mix of strength and defense. No real reason for agility. It's very fun to run as fast as you do max agility. Oh, also for those who don't know, max agility affects how fast and how much damage your bow does, which it's not very good. Right, if I can get on this fish, I can show. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm getting embarrassed. There we go. I hop on this wheel. I'll show it. Like, that's as fast as I can fire the bow right now. Like, with 0 in agility. But when you get max agility, like well, as you'd imagine, you are fast as hell. And also, your bow is so good. You can basically just combo arrow shot into arrow shot. It's insane. But yeah, that's us. You'll see that we fishnet, and then it's up to the next boss. Hey, got him. Does the king have a new design? I can't tell. I assume he does, because he's also a playable character. You can see the wee polar bear on the back of the catfish has a new design. That's neat. Yeah, the whole idea with the catfish is he's got crazy defense, but basically you just do this, you do that. He'll spit out a hairball every now and then once you take out the hairball, the king and the knights will fire a cannon, and assuming that he is lined up with the boat, he'll get briefly stunned. It's gonna happen here. You can still hit him though for a little bit of damage. So yeah, then block, and he gets stunned. Now he takes more damage, taking 3 times as much. Easily like the tankiest boss in the game. I also like doing this. You can block, slice, block, and so on and so forth. Like, it's only 2 damage, but adds up. Then you'll do this. He comes over, tries to hit you. Just move slightly out of the way. Go over. Magic is very good on the catfish, especially the especially the industrialist, but anyone who's played Castle Crashers knows that the industrialist is just the best magic for fighting bosses. This game is a tier list, by the way. Like, magic kind of determines who's good and who's bad, or rather, who's better than who. If I remember correctly, I think the Blue Knight is technically the best, because I think he has an infinite, if I remember correctly. Also, do that, get a little extra damage. But yeah, the Red Knight is also like incredibly good. His electricity magic, once maxed out, can completely stun and nearly one-shot most basic mobs. It's okay against bosses. Bosses, again, the Industrial Knight and the Fencer, their Saw Blade magic just tears through bosses. I'm gonna try and do something funny here, where so he'll charge at the boat and he's got such little health it might just kill him. There we go, and then you'll pop back up. You'll wait a second and then just die. I love this game. Yeah. I'm also going to be getting a crap ton of XP anyway. Like, I know I said I won't be getting much because I'll be putting into strength, but you get a bunch anyway because I'm playing solo. You know, like, I'm the only one doing getting the kills. Right. New arena unlocked. Ooh. The arenas are for PvP, by the way, for, again, those that are unaware. The arenas are just for PvP, and you unlock characters. So, for example, this arena is the Thieves arena. Yeah, so if I do that, I get the Thief, and then the King's arena back there is how you unlock the Barbarian. Hey, twig. I'm gonna grab some bombs. I don't really use the bombs outside of the occasional item that you can get with them, and a boss fight later on. I sometimes just go buck wild and drop a bunch of bombs. But yeah, we got max health potions at 5, so there's the abandoned mill. It's off to the tall grass fields. It's annoying, as you can see, as X marks a spot here, but we don't have the shovel yet. The shovel's one of the few items that once you get it with one character, if I remember correctly, you have it with everyone then after that. So next time you do a playthrough, you can just do all those dig spots. There should be a spanner though behind here. What's it like? 1 strength, -1 magic, but crit chance. Again, just stick with what we have. Again, another X marks a spot. Oh, they have their old models on the ground, and they pop up into the new ones. Speaking of items, you can see that little sign next to me is calling for the horn. There's a animal in there we can get, or we could get, but the horn is an item that is tied to the plot. The plot. So you don't get it till way later. So you need to come back and do it with a character. I'm also going to move up here. Oh, I mistaken. I thought that was the bit where there's a part where 2 of the beefy boys fly in. I thought that was there. It wasn't. Oh, I should. Hey, the uppercut. That's how you. Yeah, you start doing stuff like that. Also, there's my throwing axes. Go, Lincoln. Oh, it's only doing 6 damage. Yeah, you can do something fancy stuff like that. You know. End off a kill with a wee axe throw. Doesn't do much, but, you know, if you up your magic, it would be pretty powerful. Alright, the ram is another animal. I probably will grab him, the Atom, but I'm not going to take him on account of the fact, again, he's an animal that he attacks enemies, so he throws me off my rhythm, so to speak. Also, this guy, he loves to do that tornado spin, and the lower he gets, the more he does it. He's already dead. And they should all drop dead, yep. Take Rami for a second, and then take the Seahorse back. Again, the Seahorse is not really useful at all from this point on, from what I remember, but I just don't want the Ram interrupting my combos. There's 2 beefy boys. Honestly, this would be an ideal situation to use those bombs I got. Or, you know, space yourself just right. Did I? I did pick up the spanner, didn't I? Because I'm getting all these crits now out of nowhere. Ow. That, or I'm just getting... Well, yeah, because I don't think your normal weapons can crit without... unless they have the little skull icon. Right? That's how I remember it being. Right, that wasn't too bad. So yeah, there's this... Sorry, this arrow thing here. So you can either jump... Oh, wait, what? Yeah, you can jump and use your arrows to destroy it, or you can just do this. Ow. Yep, like that. And then he's like, oh my god! And you kill him too. Oddly enough, he had a wee flag on his back like the chieftain. I hope that I'm coming through okay on the mic as well. I'll probably need to adjust the audio levels. I don't really have a setup specifically for recording live. Like, I kind of change how my setup is. I'm nearly dead. I kind of change how my setup is whenever I'm doing the audio for videos. But I've got a little table next to my wee chair that I'm sitting on. I just kind of have my mic on top of it, and I'm hoping that that's enough. I would like to get through this without using the health potion, but if I need to, I need to. Oh no, the princesses! So naturally, that one flew away. I've never understood, by the way, why this dude, that thief there, has the flag on his back like he's a bear. Also, I don't want to do it because I'd have to retrace the entire way through the level, but like, this little green fish, it's just set dressing as far as where it doesn't do anything. But since it's going from the right-hand side of the screen to the left, you can follow it all the way back to the start of the mission, and then you'll just see it kind of phase through the land. Nothing that important, but it's a thing that you can do if it interests you. Right, coming up on the final boss of this section. But more annoyingly is these slimes also I think I may heal. If I don't level up fighting these things, which is a full heal, just how I like it in my games. If I don't level up fighting these things, then I will probably heal, because Pipistrello, while a very easy boss in his own right, I don't remember if it's on normal or just an insane, but I know his tongue lick can instantly kill you, and again, that's probably just an insane difficulty thing, since an instant kill would be pretty rough, only at this point in the game. But I kind of don't want to take chances. It would only put me back at the start of this cave, I think, but at the same time, I don't want to fight all these slimes again. Because as you can see, they're just kind of annoying to fight. They only show up at 2 parts in the game. Here, and then another cave that you go into not too long from this point, actually. I remember the slimes being the worst on insane difficulty, though, like in terms of, like, they had so much health, and obviously you can't juggle them, and if they latch onto your head, they just maul you. You know what? I got like a quarter of health. I'm gonna try it. If I think he's gonna go for his lick move, which I think he only does when he's on the ground anyway, I'll just block it. Yeah, this. Oh, that's got a way longer wind up than I remember. Oh, this is easy. Oh dear. Hey, well, there we go, perfect. I was about to say, oh, the poop poison might get me, but nope. We're gonna bring him along, though. He's now, his name was Pipistrello the bot, but now he's Bitey the bot. But Bitey can momentarily stun some enemies, which can be pretty handy. Also, those Grey Knights grab some of the rewards, and that shit is messed up. Probably gonna take a couple more levels in defense. And then 2 more in strength. Alright, so we need to go to the Flowery field, but you can see, oh, what about the industrial castle? Well, if you come here, well, other than getting a brief glimpse at the snowfield track early, yep, can't get through this door. I can get pretty goddamn close to the princess, but I can't open the door. We need to get the sandwiches, which make us beefy boys. Also, another weapon. It's a box cutter. I did pick up the spanner. I think I want the spanner, though. The music in this game is so good. Alright, Flowery Fields. Gotta fight bees and beekeepers. I imagine someone will get the model for this bee, or just redraw this bee and make it a playable character. There are some things you can't customize, I should stress. Again, hard to see under the John Wilkes booth, but your feet, since the feet and arms you can't change because they are universal animations for every single playable character in the game. So I get it, you know, would it be nice to be able to customize them? Yeah, I guess, but at the same time, they're universal for all of the cast anyway, so you may as well just keep it the same with your own characters, you know? Right. You get a little like a squad of Grey Knights with you on this mission. I always like that. The beekeepers look almost unchanged. I could be remembering this wrong, but I think the original way you got the King's Scepter here, like before the DLC came out, was you basically... Oh, he is new. Look, he's got the wee head turn animations. Was, I think if you played this on Insane mode back when the game first came out, the king could die here. You just let him get killed by the beekeepers. Hey, Max. You could just let him get... Oh my god, that looks hilarious. You could just let him get killed by the beekeepers, and then I think he would drop the scepter. Again, I was very young when I first played this. I could be misremembering a lot of this. Like, yeah, I literally finished primary school the day I got Castle Crashers. Sorry, I finished primary school, and then 2 days later I got Castle Crashers. I remember it was 2 days later because it was probably the most eventful 3 days of my life. Because, so on the, I can't remember what, like, day of the week it was, but, like, so the first day I finished primary school. So, you know, that's me for the summer. The next day, Michael Jackson died. And then the day after that, I got Castle Crashers. Very, very eventful week, to say the least, for myself. I think this is the only video on the internet that mentions both Abraham Lincoln, Michael Jackson, and Castle Crashers. I'd like to hope so. If not, someone point me towards that video. I want to see it. Do we dive for style points? So these are the Coneheads. They are slightly heavier enemies than what we fought so far, which just means they can be slightly more difficult to juggle, but not that much. The real tough enemies to juggle are the stove faces, I think you call them. Or the Dark Knights, whatever they are. Oh my goodness. That you fight way later on in the game in only like one area. They are very heavy and a pain to juggle. So that'll be fun when we get to it. There are ways to juggle them, but I'm not sure if I remember them. I think it involved... I was trying... Yeah, the upper... You gotta do the uppercut, and then you gotta like kind of fly low to the ground. Oh, hang on. We can be more stylish about this, and dive. Hey, look, the Groom got a new little animations too. The Groom's also not a playable character. Again, why would he be? He's just the Cone Knights with a different body. But then, you know, you have the Grey Knight and the Grey Knight with the open face. So, you tell me. There we are. It is going to be fun to see all the custom characters people make, like, genuinely. I'm excited to see when people start pushing, like, the bounds of what they are, or just stupidity. Like, there's obviously, you've probably seen it going around if you've looked up any of these. There's the Gregory House character, which is just Hugh Laurie's face pasted for every part of the body, which is, that is great. Also, slightly on topic, I'm currently watching House for the first time, me and my fiance, and, like, she has seen a bit of it before, but I've never, outside of one of my best friends, gushing about it when we were younger, trying to get me to watch it, but I suck at watching TV shows. I know nothing about it, and one of the reasons I'm watching, other than the fact that it's genuinely, we're about 2 seasons in, it's genuinely a good show, is one of my most requested videos for Fallout New Vegas is, can you beat Fallout New Vegas as Dr. House? And I get it, I understand why, because, you know, he's got a crippled legs, and that's something you can do in Fallout. He uses a cane, you know, you get the dress cane. And then obviously he's addicted to Vicodin painkillers, which obviously you could supplement for being addicted to medics. So it is genuinely a really fun idea, I think. But I think I want to finish watching the series first, just like in case there's any other things like I could reference or make, you know, part of the video. Like, I know for part of the run, I want to, one of the, what do you call it, like, jeez, sorry, mind completely shut down there. One of the tasks I have for myself will be to, like, heal anyone who you can. So, like, the boomers, like, for example, you know, like, the 3 patients that are in Nellis. Like, I would need to heal all of them. Like, anything that requires, like, a medicine check, essentially. So I genuinely think it could be a super fun run. I'm excited to do it. I need to, well, I don't need to, but I would like to finish watching the series first. Because, like, that's the thing, like, I get requests for character runs all the time, although the only problem is they're usually for stuff I don't know anything about. A great one would be, I'm almost, since mods for this exist out the wazoo, I am almost consistently asked on every video if I beat Fallout 4 New Vegas as a 40k Space Marine, and I know nothing about Warhammer. Most of what I know about Warhammer is I played the Space Marine game from, was it 2011, I think? Or 2012. I played the demo of it, and didn't really enjoy it, and that's it. That is my only experience with Warhammer. Now, some of my best friends absolutely love that thing, have hundreds of hours in the new Space Marine 2 and whatnot, but I don't. It's just, whoa, I forgot how much damage he does. So, in other words, what I'm trying to get at is the idea of a Warhammer run is... I'm going to heal. The idea of a Warhammer run is kind of non-existent because I don't want to do runs on things, one, I'm not interested in, and second of all, I know nothing about because, well, it just doesn't seem like a good idea. You know, I could do the bare minimum, essentially. I could just download the mod, and I would download the mod and then just use any weapons that would be fitting, and then that would be, probably look up like what faction ending would be the best, and that would be it. It'd be very basic. And I just feel like it wouldn't do it service. It's more... You'd be better waiting for someone else who does runs who maybe knows about Warhammer to, like, cover something like that. So I am sorry to Warhammer. I'm not just meaning to, like, shit on Warhammer here. I do think it's an interesting universe. To a degree, I just don't really care, if that makes sense. Like, it's got a lot of lore. But, like, it's just the best example I can think of. It's that and the odd time I've gotten requests to play Far Cry. Oh my god. You want to talk about a game series I just hate? Far Cry. I don't know what it is about those games, I just cannot stand them. And it occurs to me that I am just yapping on about the most random stuff, oh my goodness, right now. And part of it, I suppose, is because this boss fight is kind of tedious, and part of it is because I've played this game so much I can kind of just talk randomly while playing. My mind kind of just tends to wander, so trust me, you'll see that a bit in the Dragon Age run. Granted, that video is in-depth enough that I'm kind of constantly explaining what's going on. Because I also know not a lot of people have played Dragon Age for what it's worth. Despite how well regarded and popular Origins actually is. Oh, here we go. Like we do that. There we go. I remember me and my mates used to play this. We always used to try and box him into the corner there, down at the bottom. So when the Cyclops runs out here, he'd run out to him, all the way to the door, to mort him, to run back to get the princess, and then to run back out the door. Is it stupid? Yes. Is it fun? Also yes. Right. This is a fun mission. Basically just riding the back of this cart and dealing with the coneheads. You don't really have to kill any of them specifically, because you just kind of... If you're close to an enemy and hit the heavy attack button, which in my case is Y on my Xbox controller, you just throw them, so you just toss them off the back, or just hit them a specific way and they'll fall. You can hit the Cyclops, you can throw them into him. It doesn't do anything, he reacts and he looks at you, like what the hell. But it's not like he has a health bar, yet. Yes, yes, yes. I've never... Is the Cyclops meant to be the best man, and that's why he's sad, or is he the dad of the groom Conehead? That's something I always assumed he was just his dad, and that maybe all the Coneheads then were Cyclopses. That's my Castle Crashers headcanon for you. But I know a lot of people have said he's just supposed to be his friend. But we'll see in a second when we get to the lair. You can find like photos of two of them, and there's one they're just fishing, and it gives up that kind of father-son fishing vibe. Also, that was the troll boss. How fun was that? It's implied that you're supposed to kill it with arrows, because you'll see its corpse at the very end of the game, and it's pelted with arrows. But I mean, just juggling it like that is way easier. Also, look to the left there. See this little hedge? You can see a little tiny black dot right there. Keep an eye on that. It's a cat. This is Meowbert. If I remember correctly, Meowbert makes you heal more off of fruit, or health items, or food items. My mistake, sorry. Again, not really useful. Bitey's actually been doing pretty well. Not like super, like, you know, he's not incredible, but if you've been keeping an eye on him, he has been stunning NPCs every now and then, so. Alright, yeah, this is the other part with the Key of Slimes. Fun. It's also the last time we fight the Coneheads is in this mission. Outside of the boss fight later. Excuse me, by the way, it was let's say indigestion, it was just kind of like a mid-burp. Yes, yes. Oh, good lord. Thank you, let me just destroy my control sticks. God, I remember I got Castle Crashers on the Switch when it came out just for fun. The idea of portable Castle Crashers sounded like a good time to me. And holy crap, see doing that on a Joy-Con? Yeah, good, not Joy-Con drift, friggin' goodbye Joy-Con, like, that thing just ripped in half, essentially. On the topic of the Switch, just another talking point, I actually recently, last week, I think, I finished that new Donkey Kong game. Not 100%, I thought it was pretty okay. That sounds like I'm saying it's bad. No, I thought it was like a solid 7.5, 8 out of 10. I don't think it's as good as Mario Odyssey. I think I just like the movement better in Mario Odyssey, if I'm gonna be real. But I don't know, like it was super fun at the beginning, like really fun. My only sour point the entire way through was the bosses really sucked. The last boss is awesome, no spoilers, but every other boss is really easy and incredibly brain dead. You basically just walk towards them and punch them. They get a little bit more complex near the end, but it's like too little too late by that stage. But yeah, like, one of my issues was, obviously it's a platformer, right? And I do like that it's essentially a platformer crossed with, like, this is a very nut-toast, you know, way to put this, because everyone's describing it this way, but it's like a platformer crossed with, like, Hulk Ultimate Destruction, or those old Hulk games, you know, fully destructible environments, and that is fun, or Red Faction and Gorilla, as people have been calling it. That's fun, don't get me wrong, but after a while, to me, I should stress, to me, I still think it's a good game. That got a bit repetitive and boring, because most of the collectibles just felt like they were, to get them, you just had to smash something, get underground. And it got a bit repetitive. Plus, also, something that I just genuinely didn't like from the get-go, I suppose, was Donkey Kong can climb about 90% of surfaces. Think like Link in Breath of the Wild, except he's way quicker and doesn't have a stamina bar. So I guess suppose nothing like Link. But basically what I'm getting at is, you can climb pretty much 90% of surfaces, so whenever you see like a banana high up, a lot of the times you just run, you just find a mountain or rock face and just climb it and you just get it. And I guess another minor complaint I would have is, and this is something I didn't like about Mario Odyssey either, there's too many collectibles, and I know Donkey Kong's kind of unanimous. Is it unanimous the word I'm looking for, or is it synonymous? Anyway, you know, you can, like, the idea of 3D Donkey Kong collectibles is kind of just what you think because of Donkey Kong 64, and I get that. I get that there's kind of a thing to uphold there. But, again, the same problem I have with Mario Odyssey, when there's 999 of the main collectibles, each individual one kind of loses its worth. Like, 120 Shine Sprites in Sunshine, I use Sunshine as an example because it was the first 3D Mario I played, I grew up with the GameCube, but using Sunshine as an example, like 120 Shine Sprites, or I guess Mario 64, 120 stars in the castle, like, yes, that is like almost a tenth of what is in Bonanza and Odyssey, but they mean more. Like, to get them, you have to do more, and the tasks involved are, well, they're more involved. So, I don't know, the rewards feel better. Like, getting a star in 64 is like 100 times more, or I suppose 10 times, more rewarding than getting, like, a moon in Odyssey, or a banana in Bonanza. Again, though, I enjoyed the game. Can't stress that enough. I finished it. I'm at that stage in my life where if I don't enjoy a game, like, even enough, like, if I think it's less than, like, a 6, I don't finish it, really, most of the time. Time is precious. So yeah, enjoyed it, finished it. I think I ended up with, like, 500 and something bananas by the end, which more than enough. Maybe someday I'll come back and go for the 100%, but can this wall break? No. Later. It's a later wall. Maybe I'll go back at 100% one day, but it's not something I see like... it's this wall can break. It's not something I see myself doing anytime soon. I will say it's better than Mario Kart World. I don't really enjoy that game very much. It's the whole traveling between the courses is just not fun. And that's basically what you're doing for most of the Grand Prix. It's just... But also at the same time, like, I'm not I don't play Mario Kart by myself. I don't know how to explain this better than... Oh my god, I didn't mean to do that. Crap. I don't know how to explain this better than how I'm about to, but like... Oh, the elephant increases strength, I believe, so I'm going to take him now instead of Bitey. Sorry, Bitey. I just feel... like... really sad playing Mario Kart by myself, because it is a multiplayer game, and it is a multiplayer game that I played the absolute ever-living shit out of when I was younger with friends and family. So playing the game by myself is just kind of like... I'll play maybe like 2 or 3 races, and I'll just be like, oh, I'd rather, I'll just play something else. Like, I'd rather play this with somebody else. Obviously, and that makes sense, right? That does make sense. Mario Kart is a multiplayer game. It's like playing Mario Party by yourself. There's fun to be had, but not much in comparison. So yeah, that's kind of where I am with the new Mario Kart. I think it's... I don't really like it. I'd probably rather just go play 8 or Double Dash or Wii. Those are way better. Who knows, maybe it'll get better with DLC, but at the same time, I'm also not a big fan of games only getting good when they get DLC. But let's try and switch to something more positive. There's the photo I was talking about. See, it's like Happy Cyclops and the cone-head broom. Broom? The cone-head groom with a big fish. That's what made me think, oh, it's father-son. Whoa, what is going on with the demon's head there? They look very different. Obviously, they're still like the same red basis, but he looks strange. Also, this cone head with the 3 stovepipes at the back of him, I don't know, like, that's a unique design that only ever shows up this once. Oh, I got the lightsaber. So, oh, I didn't pick up the spanner. Hang on. Am I confusing myself, or is the game giving me my, like, old weapons? So yes, I have the lightsaber now. I think I'd rather have the box cutter for the defense. I'm gonna head back to the animal, especially the animal sanctuary. No, I'm gonna head back to the frog in a minute to get weapons. Also, I like doing this here. I'm 28. The best way to get damage with him, if you're a melee build, is kind of just run around until you activate your sprint and then do the light attack into him. He does hit pretty hard though, so you gotta be careful. Light attack into a heavy, so you get the multiple hits from the light charge plus the wee spin from the heavy. Just gotta eat this. I think I need to get my defense up more. Once I get him, he'll hit his second phase in a minute where he will start running, so he will to you instead. It gets a little more difficult, but not that much. I say that, but he is, so far to every boss other than the Groom, he is laying on the damage. Can you block the... No, okay, so that's one of the few things you cannot block, his overhead slam. It's like a fighting game. You gotta basically picture it like in Castle Crashers when you block, you're crouch blocking. I'm gonna heal. I'm doing abysmally at this fight. He is not usually this tough. I think it's gonna try and get too fancy. Also, there he goes. Yeah, I should have just been standing close to him and doing the heavies and then backing away, instead of trying to get the sprint. That got me hit more than that. Also, obligatory Terminator reference. Alright, now we can open this chest. Go, Lincoln, go. It occurs to me that, like, we've been playing for a while now, and I've kind of just stopped. Like, it's like, you know, the characters are funny that you make, but, like, again, kind of like what I was talking about with the graphics of games earlier, like, eventually you just kind of settle into them, like, yeah, I'm playing as Lincoln in Castle Crashers. Kind of loses a bit. Not, don't mean that in a bad way, like, loses the novelty, but I mean as in, like, I still find it funny him kissing them. Like, doesn't lose the novelty in the sense of, oh, it's not fun anymore, but more so in the sense of you're not as, like the initial, obviously, burst of holy shit, he's playing as Abraham Lincoln is kind of gone, which would make sense, right? We are upping defense. I think you can bypass the lava world, yeah, and go straight to the Volcano store. And the reason we do that... Oh my god! He's got snow globes for Mr. House! Do you feel a draft? What is this like a metal bat, or is that meant to be like a I don't think it's a frying pan. You get a frying pan later. Oh, +5 strength. Thank you. I'm gonna buy... Yep, top those up. We're gonna buy 3 sandwiches. I don't have enough to buy spiny. I'm gonna check exactly... Is it information? So weapon +5, -2, level 10. Animal statistics. Increases, but doesn't say how much. It's out in the map. There's a way you can check exactly how much strength I do have. I think it's out in the map. It's not. Okay, it's the main menu, I believe. You can see exactly how much strength you have, like, added from your animals and whatnot. So you're kind of supposed to go to Lava World now, but I'm gonna backtrack a bit. 2 reasons. There's a store over here, the church store. So the monkey's selling +5 magic, -2 defense. Good magic weapon for the start. Health potions, and you'd think the wizard's wand would be a better magic weapon, wouldn't you? +1. Cheers, big ears. Monkey face increases your luck finding items. I remember having to use him a lot when trying to get like specific drops when I first played this. Hey, you can see like the snowy place to the right there. Right, yeah, we'll tackle the industrial place. I was considering like whether I want to, but nah, we'll do this. Now you're gonna see the glory that is my limited imagination and time. It's not even lined up properly. Nor does it move. But yeah, I'm not gonna be getting much use out of the sandwiches other than when they're mandatory to use. Here is the Fencer, the character with him type of the Industrialist, who we'll meet in a second. He's a little blue dude. With best magic for killing bosses that aren't character-based. Like, it just shreds them. I was tempted to give it to Lincoln just so I could use and abuse, but again, I figured this was better. Also, we're back to enemies that can be juggled, thank God. Well, juggled easily. Industrialist's looking a bit strange. His head, well, to be fair, actually, you know what? The Industrialist, that's kind of a glow up. Before, the Industrialist was like weirdly small compared to everyone else. He had a really tiny head. That is the magic right there that just obliterates everything. Right, now there's little poison shooters, isn't there? Again, you can just block these. I always used to hate the timing on these. But looks, I'm okay. This is easy. It's free full heal something. Oh no, it's an apple. Is this one? The one that says... Yeah, there we go. Turkey's basically a full heal. I think I already mentioned that. Now there's a little lift sequence. You know, what is a beat 'em up without the obligatory... Or hell, most friggin' games that involve like... You know, the main thing is like high octane combat. What is it without a lift sequence where enemies just keep jumping onto the lift? It's like a staple. Staple of the genre. I'd like to point out he used magic to throw a bomb there, and I don't believe that that's... Or he's just throwing bombs, I think, actually. Never mind, I was going to say I thought he was using his magic. But then again, you can't throw bombs, you can only drop bombs. Does that make sense? Right. There's not much left of this mission. Before... there will be another boss fight. It's a boss fight that's kind of awkward without magic or a good abilities in the bow, but you can make it work. You just need to position yourself right. You'll see what I mean in a second. There is another full heal. Oh my God! It's Ultra Instinct Goku. So yeah, I replaced the brute with Goku. I'm gonna die. Goku, please! Oh my God. Stop, Goku, stop, please, I'm sorry. Okay, fight fire with fire, I guess. The reason I replaced the brute for anyone curious is because outside of the Necromancer boss fight later, holy shit! Maybe I was right to replace him with Goku. He's kicking the crap out of me. Outside of the Necromancer boss fight way later on, this is the only time you fight a brute in the entire game. Oh my god! Thank God he's dead. I was going to take Cardinal. Cardinal helps you find hidden items. Jesus. That right there, that is evidence why I need more defense. But yeah, that's the end of this mission. Just one more boss fight. So it's a big robot controlled by this dude, and there's multiple things to attack. So, as you probably guess how this goes, you destroy each piece, and it takes off. Each piece has a certain amount of his health. It's the guns there. But it's not as awkward to hit as I remember. Or maybe it's this thing. The little fingers. Yeah, maybe I made the fingers. Yeah, you don't want to get knocked into the flames. Back! Back! But yeah, pretty clear, much easier with a ranged weapon or magic. And again, you know, we can throw magic. Right, just the fingers, which I am probably just going to do this for safety, because I don't want to use another health potion. Oh, you know what? Oh my god damn it! I pressed the B button. Ow. It's annoying as well, because I'm about to level up. Ugh, I'm gonna have to spend the rest of my money on potions again. It sucks. Just, come on. Play ball. And death. And death. Woo! Yeah, we did it! And he's all like, take the damn princess and take me with you! And he's like, no. To which point he rightly shits himself. And now we can bring Cardinal over here and he should get us a weapon. Is this the key? No, it's the little knife. Right. Okay, so... Oh, no! No! Oh, the reason I bought that second sandwich was I was meant to show off a wee glitch with it here. God damn it. Oh, well. You can basically... What you can do is you can activate the telescope, and if you activate it while you're buff, once the thing wears off, you can run away. And you can just mess with the following kind of small cutscene. Also, just kill this guy. You don't need to, but... Oh my god, Abraham Lincoln can look through the telescope with his mouth. But yeah. Right, so... I'm gonna go back to one previous level right quick. I'm gonna grab something that I don't need, but I want to get. There we are. Didn't level up at all, did I? No. Right, so now that we have Cardinal, if we head to the Thieves Forest, we'll need to fight the first, like, enemies here, but, I mean, considering we've leveled up now. But I meant as in, I didn't mean like right there, but you know what I meant. Yeah, basically where we can easily kill them. So yeah, then he brings us the boomerang, which can be used to stun enemies. Don't know how much use I'll get out of it, but it's handy to have. I'll click back to the map, and I believe you keep it. More strength. Yeah, there we go, see bottom left. Right. I could beat up the people, or there's a castle keep, is it? Oh, I would say, no. Alright, yeah, this is the cheapest place I remember to buy potions, so... Not that I'm starved for cash, mind you, but... You know. I'm probably gonna go replace Cardinal, because he's not really much use to me. All things considered. Did we just go full strength and bring... I think we just go full strength and bring the elephant. We'll probably go back and swing back and grab Cardinal later. Because we can use him to get another weapon, to get another animal. Again, I'm not trying to do like a 100% playthrough here or anything, but... it's just... It makes life easier. For like, if I decide to play as myself later. We're going to go here real quick and buy... This is a few sandwiches. Don't need them, because we will get some in the next mission. 2 will do. But there's 2 scenarios in the next mission where you literally need sandwiches to pass. The boss that can only be damaged by your beefy form, and there's a gate that you need to pass, kind of like the industrial. I guess it's kind of the tutorial to show you, yes, you can lift big gates with this. Or, you know, if you wait by the industrial castle long enough, he literally will say, you're not beefy enough. Which I suppose, though, some first-time players may have thought meant that they lacked the strength skill, which may have screwed over some magic builds. But yeah, these guys, way easier to fight than the Coneheads. On just account of the fact they can be comboed. They, I think, though, in response to that, though, they do spawn in more. Plus, these guys, I think, are more likely to use their magic, which can be kind of, yeah, like, see, can be kind of annoying. Fun fact, if you are the Orange Knight and decide to spec in fully magic, you will have a horrible time here because these guys take, like, next to no damage from fire. Makes sense, but, I mean, how would you know that in the first time playthrough? Also, I thought the gate was next. It's not, it's these dudes. Oops. No, I'm gonna need another sandwich. Right, so, fun thing here, if we, kill this guy, he drops a sandwich. Why is that fun? I'll show you. So, throw this away. Now he runs away because you don't need him anymore. You can follow him. He turns into a sandwich. The beefy form isn't actually the worst thing in the world right now, considering that, again, if I'm going full strength build, you can get some good damage out of it. After we beat this, we're about halfway through the game as well. Like I said, it's a pretty short game, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I did play this to death back in the day, so, you know, it's kind of like when you play a game like so much to the point where you can nearly speedrun it, and someone asks you, is it difficult? And you go, no. Like, for example, I can play the original Dark Souls. I can pretty much almost, outside of like Seath and maybe like the Bed of Chaos, I can pretty much no death, like do a no death run of the OG Dark Souls that I'm just playing casually. And like, that's not that big of a flex, all things considered. But like, to someone who has never played a Souls game before, you know, to me, they're like, is Dark Souls hard? And I'm like, no. It's a bit ignorant for me to be like, no. You know, because I can play it doesn't mean, you know, their first time around. It's like when watching someone who's never played a game before pick up a controller and play like a first-person shooter, and they just can't wrap their head around that the right stick moves the camera, and then the left stick moves the character, like doing them both at the same time. And like, it can infuriate some people. I think that's funny. You know? You have to remember everyone's different skill levels. Like, I suck at first-person shooters, which probably sounds ironic considering I play Fallout for a living, but keep in mind, how often do you see me use guns in Fallout? Hey! Oh, the Necromancer got a bit of a touch-up. He was already an edgelord. Now he's got a scar. Oh, super edgy. Ooh, the skeletons have red eyes now and buck teeth. I think they always had like little buck teeth kind of thing. I mean, I know it's the bottom, the part of their skull, but like, I mean, well, it's teeth, you know, but it's like little buck teeth. You get what I'm trying to, you get what I'm putting down. I love the skeletons. I was actually like, before I got the Industrialist, I believe he was one of the characters I put the most time into. His magic's not great, but I like him. He's cute. Also, I know, just in case like you aren't a big fan of like some of the new characters' designs, the Behemoth themselves have been putting up creations for you to download, which are basically like, so this comes with added animations to a degree. Like when you're standing still, it's kind of hard to see with Lincoln, but like he like sways more, like left and right. So he thought like it kind of gives us almost illusion of like 2.5D on the character as opposed to like them just being like 2D. But yeah, basically, the Behemoth have been doing like some characters already, where it's called like not so, it's called somewhat classic, and basically it's the original designs of the characters, but they have some of the added animations. They'll have like, sorry, they will have the added animations of like swing. So like, for example, say you're not a big fan of the new Knights designs, you could download those and then just use the old ones, which I think is nice. And I dare say that if they don't do it, somebody else will for all the other characters. So if you just want like the new kind of animations, but not the new designs, so to speak, for some characters, then that should be an option. Okay, so we're coming up on the next boss. Oh, a little handful of enemies. Well, we're coming up on the next boss in a second anyway. That requires the beefy form to be able to damage. It's actually kind of a mini boss gauntlet because you got to fight it, and then right after you fight another boss. And they're not hard, but the second boss, in fact, I don't even remember. I think this dude, all he can do is shoot out fireballs or lava. Yeah, and if you do this, he can't hit you because he stuns. These dudes also drop sandwiches when they die. I remember. We'll just hit that. Yeah, if we want to be really efficient, we'll get them caught in this. Oh, perfect. Perfect timing. And they should both turn into sandwiches when they die. Came out +1 on sandwiches there. That was awesome. Right, one of these is money, I believe, and one is healing. Or are they both healing? They're both healing. Right, here comes the end of the mission and the second boss, which is one of the stranger bosses in the game. Just from a design perspective. It is a dragon with a sock puppet. Or rather just a sock on one of its hands. So the beefy form can actually come in handy here for comboing, but I like the basic combos better. Also, see there you can see like the demon's resistance to fire. Like, yeah, he took a crap ton of damage there, but it all was 2s. Also, he's dead. Oh my god, see when the boulders hit you just right? They absolutely destroy you. Like, they just murder you immediately. It's mental. He got right to the end, and that final boulder fell on me and killed me. Right, well that's us halfway through the game now, because now we can hit the second continent. Or the second island. And one of the very few, like, story cutscenes. Resurrection. I said that and I thought of Gil from Street Fighter 3. Resurrection. I thought I leveled up. Did I use any health potions? I don't think I did. I didn't. Right, good, good. Right. Onwards and upwards. We're also about to unlock the shovel, so if I really wanted, I could go back through past levels and unlock, get like the animals, extra animals and weapons that are hidden, but I kind of don't want to do that, so I'm not gonna. So yeah, you naturally would probably come here first, because you know you go left to right, and then he would tell you need these items, which is then what sends you up north. But again, I already knew that, so why would I? Here comes the ship with the pirate ninjas. And another one of the best songs in the game. I could say that about most of the soundtrack. This is actually like, this is probably up there with one of my favorite game soundtracks. I couldn't tell you what my favorite video game soundtrack is. I could be real basic and say Halo 2. But to be fair, I think I actually like Halo. We're talking about Halo. I prefer Halo 3's version of like the songs better. I like the piano. Hey, big robot in the background, and taken out by an octopus. That's another thing. There's always something going on in the background. Oh, I got the Sai. Nice. I mean, you would unlock that anyway when you unlock the ninja. But how do you unlock the ninja? Is he's tied? Is he tied to one of the knights? I don't remember. I used to know the unlock paths for every character off the top of my head. It was so stupid. Like, for example, you finish the Blue Knight, you get the Industrialist, you finish the Industrialist, you get the Fencer. And, like, you finish the Red Knight, you get the Skeleton, and then I'm not sure who you get. I think you might get the Ninja when you beat the Skeleton, honestly. I could be wrong, though. Or, no, is it... Hang on. Is it the Orange Knight gets the Fire Demon, and then I think you beat the Fire Demon to get the Ninja. I don't remember. I'll need to look it up after this. Huzzah! Shovel! And as you can see, we can now use it. If I can... If this would go away, I could... There we go. Tap B. Get some fruit. And you walk into the sandcastle, and it'll make a little fart sound. 10 out of 10. Right, there used to be a grinding spot here. See if it still works. It probably won't. And the idea was... You could throw this in a certain way... See how it's doing 1 damage, and it would... I don't think it works. Basically, you used to be able to throw this in a specific way, and it would get caught behind this thing, and then it would just murder it until it died. But yeah, it's not. Murder until it dies. It would attack. It would do damage until it dies. Another enemy that you can't, because you can jump towards them and attack, but they can do a little grab. Also, they have little knives and forks. Or I think he actually just had 2 forks. Now, to be fair, I'm not gonna be using the shovel much, because I don't really need the money. But, like, there are a bunch of axes on the ground here, obviously to show you also these stupid scorpions. I think this is the only... Oh, goodness. This is the only level, I think, in the game where you don't fight any, I was going to say any, like, characters, like, unlockable characters, but that's not true, because I believe you fight the aliens soon. Oh, these things. The beetles. Good job, lad. The beetles are all dead. I love that. I love the Seth's Fable video so goddamn much. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know, look up Seth Fable review, you'll find it. This is one of my favorite things for having good strength, just rocking out these guys, like, you can be here forever. Like, that's one of the things, like, see if you picked, I mentioned before, like, the Red Knight, like, his magic is absurd, but in situations like this where you aren't really fighting any other, like, character enemies, like, kind of struggles a bit. Obviously, he'll have his other magic, you know, like his bee magic and his jump and whatnot, but, like, his main go-to is obviously his big, heavy magic. Oh, whoa, they look different. Chain Face has seen quite the overhaul. Also, these names I'm calling them, like Conehead, Chainface, I think, if I remember correctly, those are the right names. I definitely heard them somewhere, whether that was on the reading the names on the leaderboards or people online calling them by that. I was actually hoping that would be a health item. Preferably kill him before he goes under the ground. There we go. Chain Faces are more heavy enemies, if that wasn't clear enough. Some of the last ones you fight, other than these... Again, I think they're called Stove Faces, or Dark Knights, whatever, that you face in, like, the penultimate mission of the game. Not the penultimate... Oh, it's not... No, sorry, not the penultimate mission. It's the mission before the snow area. Hey, right, we're taking the giraffe. He makes you level up faster. I don't care. It's cheesy, I don't care. I need as much XP as I can get. Well, as much as I want, really. Right, I gotta heal. Because the more damage, again, like I said, the more damage I do, the less XP you get. Yes, I'm doing a bit less damage now, but it's... I think the elephant only adds, like, might be 2 or 3 to your strength. Which, and in the long run, I'll get more anyway. With the giraffe. Also, he's got his tongue out, he's blapping, it's adorable. The giraffe's actually probably a bit more beneficial for you. You unlock him with one playthrough and then use him in subsequent playthroughs at the beginning for easy XP from the start. Also, alien mini-boss, there's alien hominid, and the first one always dies. Nice little attention to detail. So if you ever played alien hominid, it's obviously like a side-scroller shoot 'em up like Contra. And as such, like, you can only take 1 bullet or he dies, assuming you don't have a shield. And so, in this, all the aliens have only 1 HP, so you can always decapitate them. Why did I say it like that? Decapitate them. And then you move a little bit forward, and you fight another one. This is the easiest boss in the game, even easier than the Barbarian boss, like, unironically. Or the freaking goat. I guess maybe it's a little annoying if you don't know how to combo, but... Most combo routes that I do, you just jump, start with a heavy to get a bit of extra height, and then if you're going down, you press Y again, which is, again, heavy attack button. That's the end of this mission. I'd also like to point out that I think the alien hominid is completely unchanged design-wise. Which, you know what, fair enough, he was already perfect before. And this is the UFO. You can avoid it for as long as you want, but it starts to get faster and faster to the point where you can already see it's getting quicker. Or you can't avoid it anymore. Always fun to do with 4 players. Or, see, when you have max agility, the speed that this thing can reach is insane. But we're just gonna jump in. And away we go. Alright, then you can just use magic or any other ranged weapon to get out here. We go left. It's developers of the game. It's a little Easter egg. Have fun. Now we're gonna see, now you're gonna see like the absolute most amount of enemies on screen in the entire game. The entire game. Also, I like the remix of the Alien Hominid theme. Alien Hominid, that's a game I haven't played in years. I should really play that again. Yeah, his design is definitely unchanged, right? I'm not just crazy. But yeah, like, see, so fun fact: the more people you play this with, so like if you're on 4-player, like the more enemies you face. You know, it just makes sense, right? This on 4-player is insane. Like, there's not you can count how many people are on screen. Yeah, it's not that annoying right now, but like, it is the most you will ever see in a run is in this room. So like, it's pretty nuts when you're playing with 4 people and they are just constantly spawning in, like hordes and hordes and hordes of them. It's also a great way to farm money, assuming you're not just fighting the barbarian boss over and over again. Something they changed with the remaster as well is money isn't shared across characters anymore. Like in the original game, money was shared, so which, you know what, I kind of liked. I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah, it meant in any other playthrough, like, you would just go and immediately buy, like, health and as many sandwiches as you could carry right off the bat, which could ruin, I guess, a little bit of the difficulty. But at the same time, it made it great for buying those, like, really expensive items. Or, like, the pets. Like, I had, like, in my original playthrough, I had, like, nearly... I had, like, quintuple digits on the counter, if not more. Also, there's the final boss of Alien Hominid. Do his little run. Now, probably the most stressful part of the entire game. You gotta escape before the timer goes out. Or you gotta do all that again. Please throw the axe, Lincoln. We're gonna briefly replace the giraffe and get the install ball, which is the eyeball from Alien Hominid. Please give me the giraffe back. Again, much like the ram, oh god. Oh, I'm gonna die. Much like the ram, he attacks enemies, so we don't want to take him because he will knock us out of combos. I have died. Cringe. No, it's right there. Why do they have the freaking gates like a goddamn airport? Ugh, right. Run it back. Oh. Can't believe I died to the alien skip. I wouldn't have died if I didn't go for this stupid install ball. Come on, Lincoln, let's go. I just noticed they have a little air freshener up there. That's adorable. I didn't press the attack button. How'd he die? It's like the only time the air spin move is like really useful. It's good for combos occasionally because it only does 1 damage. But I mean, obviously, considering what, you know, these dudes only have 1 health, pretty effective. I feel like I'm going into friggin' gamer focus mode here. They're not gonna kill me, but I really don't want to have to do this for a 3rd time. For what it's worth. Murder, murder, murder. Should really be collecting all these coins. The less I have to worry about money for healing items, the better. I mean, granted, I've got nearly 500 gold. Healing potions at most, I think, cost like the most expensive place I sell them is like 18 gold, so like, you know, I'm gonna be fine. I swear this gets longer every time I do it. I also love the alien hominid has a wee grenade for his shield. Very impractical if you think about it, but, you know, fun nonetheless. I mentioned earlier about a tier list. If I remember correct, I think he is the worst character in the game because he cannot switch his weapon because his magic is tied to the gun. Which is unfortunate. Also, whenever you're picking your own magic, you can't pick the alien hominid magic for your character, probably for that reason, because it is tied to that weapon. I didn't see if you could change him though, like his character. I assume you could, like you could edit his sprite and make it, you know, a custom character though, like, you know. So you could technically have a custom character with the gun. I should do that and make Solid Snake. Just override the alien with Snake. That'd be fun. I might do that. If I do any more stupid characters, I'm probably not going to do more runs for this, because they're not going to be much different, all things considered. But if I make any more stupid characters, I'll probably update them on my Twitter. There's the alien hominid lying there dead. Little reference, actually, to... I sound like such a nerd. That is actually a reference to the end of Alien Hominid, because whenever he crashes after killing the final boss, he pulls a similar pose. Also, we got a camel here who can attack and spit. Well, I mean, the spit is an attack, but you get what I mean. Pretty much the same as the crocodile from way back at the beginning, except it spits instead of chomps. Game design. Hey. I'll keep you up. Oh. Yeah, this is kind of a boring section. You're kind of just going through the desert left to right. There's nothing real interesting. It's just this, and then eventually you just do a little chase, which you don't even have to. The chase is only if you want to get an animal. We're probably going to get it, but you'll see what I mean. This is much more bearable whenever you have max agility and you can just kind of sprint past everything. Oh, that's why. I was about to say, why am I not jumping off the camel? And that's why. If you jump off, they jump on. Right. There's like one more set of enemies and then the camel chase. Or, no. Okay. Yeah, so that's a zebra, apparently. That orb, little animal orb behind him. I don't remember what the zebra does. The zebra might actually be the one that makes, like, fruit items more effective. I might have got the cat wrong earlier. Honestly, I don't remember them all off by heart. Just the ones that I'd use the most. Like cardinal, the giraffe, the elephant. Hello. I'm gonna spit him off. And then he'll just keep trying to get back on, I think. So we'll just take him out. Alright, he should be dead. Take the zebra, add it to the collection, take back the giraffe. The giraffe's called Giraffe, by the way. He has the most basic name. Spit the scorpions to death. Right. As you can see, there is another cracked wall here. And we can get the tiger. The tiger increases strength and defense, but I think it's by like 1 or 2, I can't remember. Oh, you know what? These will... I forgot the bow is... not the bow, sorry, the boomerang is pretty good for taking out the beefies. Oh no, don't throw me over here. More enemies spawn in here. Might need to heal. So these are like unique versions of beefies. Like, as you can see, they are substantially bigger than me, and they have their own moveset. Basically, yeah, like basically the Cyclops. They do the wee overhead slam. I finished them off before. Look at the big friggin' spade over there. I don't know if they can get stunned. I'll try it. It should be noted that if you're a chain face and... Oh, they can. If you're the chain face and... Oh, that was weird. If you're the chain face and you eat a... eat a, Christ, I'm stumbling words, a sandwich, you don't get this unique moveset that they have. You still just do the same as everyone else. Doesn't matter how strong you are, you're never going to be stronger than the friggin' UI Goku. I say that, but watch, they're going to slaughter me here. I think this probably is my best bet. If I fire with fire. There we go. I am somewhat regretting not putting more points in magic, but I'm too far in now. I'll just probably max out strength and call it a day. And go into defense. And little archers. And now they start doing the tornado magic. Which is so annoying. Because it's like, yeah, they do it like the instant they get up. Now you can knock them out of it with a well-timed attack. But they literally do it the second they stand up. Like, that's the best you're getting out of it, is hitting them like that. Or just, you know, be like maybe a real pro gamer. Right. I'll kill one of the archers. I think we've got a couple more chain faces here, and then that's the end of the mission. I'm just showing off over here. He died a long time ago. So yeah, like getting enemies in corners like that, like easy infinites. What do we got here? It's like a Shodel. 3 strength, 3 magic, -1. 5 strength. I like the 5 strength. Plus, I don't think I'm in the position to take a hit to my defense. Oh, thank God. Speaking of hitting things, you can hit with the shovel, and it is tied to your strength stat. Is it effective? Not really. Make for an interesting challenge run. I'm pretty sure people have already done that before, though. Castle Crashers only the shovel. Pretty sure it's impossible because there's the floating bosses, but it would be interesting to see how far you could get. I know the irony of me saying about a challenge run, considering what I do, but I don't know if it's something I would try. Like, outside of what I'm doing, I feel like Castle Crashers would be kind of hard to commentate. Because, unlike most beat-em-ups, like, well, basic ones anyway. So it's something like I'm literally just using the shovel, like, you know, I should probably stop talking about it before I end up making it something you all ask for. Alright, the volleyball. Now, I remember this used to be, like, if you hit them like that, like they run towards you, and this had a chance of soft locking, but I think it's okay now. I hope it's okay now. Yeah, so basically you can just stand at the line, and assuming you follow the shadow, you can just kind of do the spin attack, and you're golden. Their AI isn't the greatest for this. Yeah. Plus, you know, I can kind of just reach over. There's no net, so I can kind of just reach over and hit it on their side. And I think I win. Perfect. We get the map. Hey, there we go. I remember back in the day, to get Alien Hominid, you had to have the first achievement from the Xbox Live Arcade version of Alien Hominid. Otherwise, shit out of luck, you weren't getting them. So I remember what I did at the time. I had Alien Hominid on the original Xbox. I didn't have the 360 version. So instead, what I did was I went to a friend's house one day, Not just for this reason, I'm saying I did this at his house, but when I was at a friend's house, he had Alien Hominid and Castle Crashers, so I was like, can I just play through the first mission and get the achievement? And he's like, yeah, sure. So that's what we did. Also, what you saw there was the area we entered. You can't get in, you need the horn, so you have to go this way, and that's how we get the horn. Also, we now pick up some peasants, and they're going to fight and follow us. No, not fight us, but they're going to follow us and fight for us. And this mission is just skeletons. Well, no, there's some other enemies. There's the snakies, and which are the evil green knights essentially, and there are, I think, more trolls. So the graves here you can bust open. I'll show. Anything that doesn't have loot in it, a skeleton comes out. So you know, if you want, you can get some extra XP here. It's not really worth. Again, this is not exactly a difficult game. Oh, the frog grabs. Well, you saw there, he grabs items that are outside of reach. Not particularly handy. Very funny in multiplayer, though. When he steals stuff from your teammates. Yep, and there's the hammer. Which is 1 strength, but does crits. 5 strength or crit chance. Sure, we'll switch it up. We'll go crit chance. I feel like the 5 is probably better, but you know, but something a bit different. Where's the skeleton? One of the skeletons rocks out. Yeah, look at him go, bottom left. Since these guys aren't as beefy as the chain faces, even when they're, well, beefy. Oh, that did 92 damage on the crit. This might be worth. Depending how often it procs. I just realized I did not grab any potions. So I'm gonna, I have 2 left. I should be okay. It's just the boss at the end of this zone is a right pain in the ass. Oh, did I get a crit on the skeleton? The big skeleton? By throwing the little one into him? That was cool. Oh my god, die! Thank you. Jesus. Another dead villager. Yeah, these are the snakies, I believe they're called, if I remember correctly. They are Medusa's, mooks. So I assume they're all snake people underneath. Right. I believe there's an item back here you can get. I think if you have Cardinal, he goes in there and gets you something. Don't really remember what. I think it might be a toilet roll holder. What is this? A candlestick. I can set things on fire. Thematically appropriate weapon for the Orange Knight, I suppose. But to us, not really gonna get much use. I believe some enemies might have weaknesses as well, so might be good on the Eskimos. Also, yes, that's what they're called, Eskimos. They just look like Blue Rangers, really. You'll see them in a bit. I love how I am describing this game like no one has ever played it. Like I found some sort of niche, despite how popular this was. It's like the game most people think of when they think of Xbox Live Arcade. I miss that service. I know it was just the name of the games you could download at the time, but I don't know. Like they had that, and they had like the Summer of Arcade. Like it was fun. Pretty sure that's where Battle Block. It was the Summer of Arcade 2013. I want to say. Battle Block is another great game, by the way, by the Behemoth. The Behemoth have never had a bad game, alright? In my opinion. Granted, they've only had 5 games, yeah, because Alien Hominid was the first. I remember this because Alien Hominid was the first, Castle Crashers was the second, Battle Block was their third, and then Pit People was called for the longest time just Game 4, because they couldn't think of a name for it. So yeah, and then they did that Alien Hominid Invasions, came out. Is that last year or the year before? I haven't played much of it, I will admit, but I'm not really into like the kind of roguelike kind of games. Like the random stuff. But I played a bit of it, I had a bit of fun. I think I'd have more fun if I was playing it with someone though. But yeah, okay, so the snail, probably the easiest animal orb outside of the seahorse to get. He slows you down, but increases defenses. So it could be handy, but I'm kind of rocking I like rocking the giraffe. Also, we fought another troll head back there, you probably noticed. Just not even worth mentioning. I'm pretty sure it had the exact same amount of health as the first one we fought, like the boss. So it's like, by this point, we are more than capable of dealing with that. Also, big beefy villager. As I said, I don't have any. I only have one health potion left. And there's a boss coming up that I'm not very fond of. Most people aren't fond of. So, I would prefer... I mean, granted, it's not actually at the end of this level. It's a separate level you have to go into. So, there's nothing stopping me from leaving immediately and just buying some healing potions, I suppose. Like, I won't... If I die, I won't lose all my progress, is what I'm saying. I'll just have to redo the boss. I should be able to do it with one. I should. It's not so much a hard boss as it's an annoying boss. Here it is. Sentient corn. See, that's the most annoying thing he does. And all, yeah, he blocks. It's like the Demon of Song from Dark Souls 2 to compare it to something. Like the way that boss just constantly blocks your attacks. I'm trying to do the same strat that I did on the Cyclops of sprinting into him, but when your agility's really low, you have to walk for quite a bit before you start sprinting. Oh, let's just walk. Also, yeah, with each hit he does drop popcorn, but it only heals 1 HP, so it's not exactly an alternative for potions. Oh yeah, if he hits the villagers like he just did, they join the fight. Hey, nice crit. I say that like I'm not the one that landed it. Yeah, this is definitely one of those bosses that's like much, much easier with decent magic. Alright, he's gonna do the spin. Every time he spawns over here, he does that specific spot. He'll do that. Go over there. Then he'll disappear again. You can probably notice as well, he gets faster the longer the fight goes on. Or rather, the more damage you do. Also, thank God for that level up. Gonna do it again. Block. There's no mix-ups in this game. I'm talking like this is a fighting game. You can't like jump over someone's shield and hit them in the back. Like if I hold the block button, I will just automatically turn around to wherever the damage is coming from. I mean, I said it's not a fighting game, but it does technically have install supers if we count the beefy forms. I feel like I might have mentioned that already. Or made that comparison, shall I say. I like how the more you damage him, the more corn that gets popped. You can see that he's got little tidy whities on underneath there. Once he gets to a certain amount of health, he's going to stop, like, he'll do this move still, the wee spin, but he'll stop doing the wee whippy arms, and he'll just start popping up repeatedly. He's nearly at that stage, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, my magic really does suck right now. Oh. Yeah. You don't want to get knocked down at this point because he's not true combos, but he can kind of combo you from time to time. Oh. I remember my first playthrough, I think this is actually, like, my first co-op playthrough, this is actually where we all died for the first time. Our first, like, reset, so to speak. Not that there's lives in this game, as you saw when I died to the Hominid. Ship crashing. God, I hate this boss. It is probably the part of the game I look forward to the least. I am taking a health potion. I am not taking any chances. I don't want to do this again. Where are you spawning? He's gonna do the spin. Damn it, I need to be quicker. I need to be quicker. Oh my lord. Please don't kill me. I beg of you. You can't block the, when he jumps out of the ground. I really hope those villagers are immortal and that you can't kill them, because you need them alive for the end of this. Please, no, 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 no. There we go. Sweet Jesus, I hate this. Thank God that's out of the way. It's pretty much smooth ceilings now to the end. It's not to say things will get incredibly easy, but that is by far the worst part of Castle Crashers. And we have the horn. We could go back and get the animal that we needed the horn for way earlier on. Yep, unlocked a new arena. We're gonna just pump in 4 more. Right, so we're level 18. Once you hit level 20, you only start getting 1 point per level. So at level 19, at level 20 we'll max out strength, and then from there each point will go into defense. But I can't see myself upgrading more from this point. Okay, now the pig gives you more food from health. I'm going back to the animal hut. I need to know what the cat and the zebra do. 2 strength, -1 magic, 5 defense. That's pretty good for someone with as low health as me. I enjoy my crits though. Makes the map. Turn home. Right, what do these animals do? For my own peace of mind. No, I want the zebra. He helps you find food and grass, so when you cut grass you have a higher chance of getting food. Right, okay, sure. What does Meowbert do? Again, that is his actual name, I'm not just making shit up. Meowbert increases your agility. Probably should have noticed that. Right. I'm gonna keep with the crit weapon for now. Right, let's run all the way back. Now I can use the horn. Horn's also a weapon, technically. You blow it, and it does do damage. Right. Oh, no, this is an area where the seahorse would have been good, decent. I always forget about the water section. Yes, these fish are strange, to say the least. The most annoying part about them, as you probably just saw there, is when they're in the air, they're invulnerable. Which, sure. Why not? Just gonna keep jumping. That little spit move they're doing does do a decent amount of damage, but it's pretty easy to avoid, as you can see. Okay, never mind. Did 6 and it hit me. Both of those statements I said were false. There we go. And I think we're yep, on the dry land, thank God. This... No. It's the behemoth chicken! Yay! I'm just gonna do a little floaty combat. Kill these things. Oh, down. Yeah, so I always thought that did a lot of damage. Doesn't look like it does. That's weird. Okie dokie. Sound like Lucy from the Fallout show. Speaking of which, is the second season of that coming out this year, or is that like next year? I'm excited for it. My kind of thing with Fallout is I don't really care all that much about the overarching lore. I'm more just interested in like the stories of each individual entry, if that makes sense. Like, I like the story of New Vegas, but I'm not too fussed about the overarching ramifications of that, if that makes sense. Like, I love the stories in Fallout 1 and 2, and I'm indifferent kind of to the stories of Fallout 3 and 4, despite 3 being my favorite, but like, I enjoy the stories in a vacuum, I guess is the best way to put it. I never play a Fallout game, put it this way, I never play a new Fallout game and think, how's this going to affect the overarching plot or lore, to a degree, you know? That makes sense. Which might be why some changes that I saw a lot of people weren't too big of fans on the show didn't really bother me in the slightest. I am excited at the prospect of it going back to New Vegas. I hope they blow it up. Like, on God, I really hope that they just fucking destroy that town. I just think it'd be funny. I hope that Vegas, they get to Vegas, it's just a shithole, it's destroyed. Freaking, you know, the couriers coming in with Elijah, they're using the cloud to kill everything. The tunnelers that Ulysses said were on their way have finally arrived. Like, I just want it to be a hellhole. I do wonder if there will be, and a more positive note was, oh, that wasn't a positive note, I'm genuinely excited, I'm just saying what I think would be funny. It'd be nice if there was a little tribute to Matthew Perry, obviously played Benny, who passed away 2 years ago now. It would be nice if there was a small tribute to him. Like, there could be like a little photo of Benny, because they're obviously going to go to the Strip, right? They're going to go to New Vegas. Because I'm pretty convinced Mr. House is going to be alive. Whether that is through saying that killing him was not canon in New Vegas, or whether he had another backup. Could be his personality implanted into like a Securitron or something. Also, Medusa, outside the princesses, the only woman in the game, I think. Castle Crashers is quite the sausage fest. Pretty easy, so she is. Oh, she hurts, but you know what I mean. She doesn't do much. She can freeze you. She'll probably do that in a minute. I think actually that's what she's moving over here to do. Yeah, I'll just. Yeah, I healed intentionally there. That wasn't a miss input. Oh yeah, you can hit the snakes then too. I forgot about that. This is where the song gets really good. Probably level up here. I'm either going to level up right as I kill her, or I'm going to be right on the cusp. Let's do that. I want to kill her by hitting the snake under. I'm going to get frozen. Little heart. Come on. There we go. You can also still hurt her while she's dying. I don't think it does anything, but it's a thing. And you hit her, then she drops her weapon. 3 magic, 3 defense. It's alright. Looks cool though. Two more strength. Alright, now we're up to full moon. Right, but first we're actually going to excuse me, head back to the blacksmith, and we're going to pick up Cardinal, because he will grab an item that we need to unlock the final hidden animal. We haven't collected all the animals by any stretch of the imagination, but again, I may as well grab this. It's literally, he grabs you a key. I may as well grab this key while I'm here. I'm also going to, I used 1 health potion during that, so I'm going to grab 1 more for good measure. And off we go. Right, full moon. These are the heavy nights. They've slightly changed. Their eyes are orange now instead of white, I think they were before. They also hit like tanks. I forgot about that. Yeah. This isn't good. I'm nearly dead already. It's annoying because they it feels like they always, not just these guys, like any heavies always grab you right out of the air. That potion activated automatically. That must be that's something they've changed since the last time I played this. It used to be you only activate your potions automatically on multiplayer. 2 potions and we're not even through the first 3 enemies. Not good. I'm also out of sandwiches. That's good. I forgot I had these, not gonna lie. I guess I just assumed I'd used them all. I think there's one more heavy. He's the dude throwing the boulders. There we go, right. The little ones I'm not too bothered by. They're heavy, yeah, I can't combo them as much as normal enemies, but at the same time, they're normal enemies, they're easy enough to deal with. It's just the brutes. I keep calling them like brutes, heavies, beefies. I don't know what I assume the technical name for them is beefies. Just because that's what they're, anytime they talk about you need it, it's like, oh, you're not beefy enough. Which I know just means strong, but spacing is important. Just hit him with the tip of Booth's head. Nice crit. Nice crit. Okay. Alright, hard part's over. Just focus. I was about to say, we fight 3 groups of, like, 3 beefies and then 2 little guys with them, so I was actually wondering where his 2 little ones were, but there they are. Oh, and some health. They knew this bit was freaking unforgiving. There used to be a... Is it a cheese strat? I think it was, you go up here, and they all come up here, and then you just kind of... Yeah. You just wait by the ladder and just slaughter them. I remembered that for insane mode whenever you were playing as the Red Knight. You just rip them to shreds. One strength, 3 defense. Taking this instead. Still does crits as well. I wish the crits was like, it gave you a chance. Like the weapon said, like it had the skull and there's a little percentage chance beside the skull. I assume... Oh, I forgot I have that combo now, the stun. God, I should have been using that more. That is, well, it's a stun. It's overpowered. I assume this was... Yeah, I think that was literally just the same weapon. Yeah, then Cardinal will go in there. They bring that out, and we have the key. Lincoln is now a Keyblade warrior. Ahaha. Alright, well, that should mean it's back at the base, so stick to this. Here come the Eskimos. I mean, they're just rangers that are blue and probably have an affinity for sail clubbing, given what their weapons. Nice. Please die. There we go. Righto. I think that's the... No, there's one more. One more encounter of enemies, I think. Yeah. And then that's the end of this mission, and then we've got, like, technically one mission left before the finale. Which is basically, the finale technically has a mission to it, but it's mostly just a very short encounter with a few unique enemies. Well, unique enemies to the last area, and then a boss rush. Not like a traditional boss rush of like all the bosses you've fought. No, like you fight 4 new bosses back to back to back, and then the final boss has, the last 2 bosses have multiple phases. Well, one's got 2 phases, and then one's got 3 or 4 phases on its own. Rocks. Swamp. Brr. I think let's go straight into the next mission. It does. And as I said, here's the Winter Wonderland music. It's so catchy. Kinda wish I didn't take Cardinal, though. I could be getting better benefits from this, but oh well. You reap what you sow. I wanted that key, so I got the key. I got the bird to compensate. God, I love juggle combos in this game. Love juggle combos in any game. Wasn't obvious from all the lingo earlier. I played odd amount of fighting games from time to time. Not very good at most of them, but doesn't mean I still don't play them. There's like some fighting games I could spend more time in the like tutorial, or not tutorial, the training mode of. I know spending time in the training modes of fighting games is like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. But like, I mean, like Dragon Ball FighterZ, like I would say 90% of my time in that game was spent just having fun in the training mode, just messing around, seeing what worked and what didn't. Hell, the day UI Goku came out, I think I spent like 5 hours in it. Granted, that was also during COVID, if I remember correctly, or around that time. So it was either do that or do nothing. And through. This mission can take a while. They're easy enough to kill, but there's quite a lot of them, and they're pretty healthy in terms of, you know, the amount of HP they've got. It is great for experience, though. We'll say that again. They also unlock. This will unlock the final arena, which that's how you unlock these guys. Is the ice arena, which pretty difficult just for how many of them there are and how much health they have. It's another one that. If you're gonna do it, I just recommend the Red Knight cheese. The Red Knight's just the best for the arenas because you literally just back into a corner and then just obliterate with your power magic. Your heavy magic. Bam. Right, he'll be dead. Get his friend. Ah. There's one more line of fortifications, I believe, to break down, and then that's us, and that's kind of the basic level from that point on. Yeah, this mission lasts so long, it's not uncommon for... Or sorry, these take so long to kill, it's not uncommon for the music in the background to loop multiple times, like it's about to start over. Yeah, just there. See, if they were playing ball with me, I could... you know, stun lock more of them in one go, but that doesn't appear to be happening. You know what, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna break all the towers first. And then hopefully that way I can just... okay, this might not have been the best idea. Oh, no, it's working. Oh, look at those, look at all those numbers, they're all dead, they have to be. Oh, he survived. Very nice to play this game again. I say it like I haven't played it in literal years. I think the last time I played it might have been 2 or 3 years ago, but like, it's fun. I love it. Again, I'll never put as much time into it as I did back in 2009 ever again. Just, that was insane. But dear lord, this game is just so charming, so fun, and so simple. I think it's also, its short length also is like such a benefit, you know? It's like, you could like, be looking for something to play and go, oh, Castle Crashers, oh, you know what, I can spare like 3 hours of my day just to do a quick run through the campaign. And I feel like that's a benefit to a lot of games. Like nowadays, you know when they announce something and it's like, this game's like hundreds of hours long and it's got like a map that's 10 times as big as Skyrim's, I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, honestly, thanks, you go right ahead, I don't want to play it. Like, that shit turns me off a game now. Like, one of my pet peeves in the video game, right, is say in open world games when, like, say you start, let's say for like the first, like, maybe 10, 15 hours, right, you're in this big open-ish area, right, Like, it's pretty big. It's a big open area, a big place to, like, you can free roam, you can do quests, blah, blah, blah. And then after a set point, something will happen in the story, and you'll go to a different area, only to find... Oh, look, that's a pretty cute weapon, the bird knife. Sorry, you'll go to a certain point in the story, only to find that, oh, that area you were in, that huge area, was only, like, a tiny part of this overall game. And in fact, this new map we've moved you to is like 3 times as big. Like, that shit, honestly, like when that happens in a game, it makes me like let out like a big sigh, and then I usually just go play something else. That happened with, I can think of 2 games that's happened with, and one of these I genuinely do actually want to get back to. It happened with Assassin's Creed Origins, and in fact was the last time I played an Assassin's Creed game because of it. I did the tutorial area, and I thought, this is pretty fun, you know, it's decent enough size, and there's stuff to do, and then I got to the main area, and I zoomed out and saw that the tutorial area was like a fraction of the size of it, and I just went, nope, and took that game out and uninstalled it, and never touched it again. Also, we're going to blow the horn here. Blow the horn here. This is the bipolar bear. He mauls people when they're near death. I am not going to put him on, because he will, hence the name bipolar bear, he will maul you. But yeah, and the other game that I can think of in recent memory that happened with was Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Now, I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a freaking great game, and I am going to go back and finish it at some point. But, like, the last time I played it, I just got to the bit where you get to the second map, and, like, seeing the size difference between it and the first map, and the fact that there was a second map, because I thought the first map was more than big enough, I was just like, oh... okay, and I just gotta stop playing. So, yeah. Also, a big slab of meat. Also, he appears and is all like, Lamo! Also, fun fact, we can show something actually useful for the boomerang. Destroys doors. It's useful like twice. In the whole, maybe thrice in the whole game. Alright, now this part is, you're meant to use, like, you basically listen out, you hear the arrows, you block, you hear the beam, you jump. So I'm probably going to be pretty silent here. Jump, and then the... To be fair, you can also react. Unless you're me and you just jump into it. And we're playing this, doing this well in an Xbox Live Party back in the day was the worst. Everyone talking over each other, no one being able to hear what the hell's going on. I need to focus. I'm gonna die. There we go. Now, at least when this is done, I'll have my strength maxed out and get another point in defense. I'll be level 21 by the end of this mission. Also, yay, ice physics. Forgot to mention ice physics. And we're about to go into a boss fight with ice physics. Yay. Alright, let's go. This boss is easy enough for the first little bit, but then you'll start, those little spikes like, will start falling from the ceiling, and at that point, it kind of becomes annoying. Also, I don't know, I have the most miserable time at hitting this guy when he, like, moves up and down, like, the Y-axis. Fortunately, when he does that move, you can just kind of combo him non-stop. He doesn't flinch or... You know, if you notice, he doesn't actually move, he just teleports, which does make doing this kind of easy. Yeah, he's going to start summoning those things in now. Yeah. So yeah, those will knock you out of your combo, and they just get faster. Although they do stop when he's doing that at the end of that, some free damage. So if you're like a mage build, that's where you let off all your powerful stuff. Stop laughing at me. It's not funny. I've got no grip on these shoes. Oh dear. And you want to jump to avoid that, otherwise you get frozen. I would really like him to do the charge move. That would be so nice. That'd be so good. Right, see, yeah, now they're stupid fast. Unfortunately, the stupid ice physics also help. In a way. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, another not incredibly fun boss to fight, but it's what it is. There we go. I do like his death though. Haha. Right. This is like the most awkward one to collect the money for. I can't remember if you can get like an item or like an animal, I suppose, that makes going across the ice like easier. We did it. Yep, final arena unlocked. We can max out strength and put 3 points into defense, and now from this point on, even though we're right at the end, we'll only get 1 more point. So basically I'm going to end things with like half, like full strength and half defense, which not too bad. What are these weapons? +4 strength, +2 defense, -2 agility, +5 strength, -2 magic, +2 agility. Sandwich. Pazzo the dog. He helps you find buried treasure. Really good because some items are actually buried without, which the game does not tell you. So you basically, if you want to find everything, you got to do one full playthrough with Pazzo as well. Right, we're gonna run down and find that key, then we're gonna use it to get the secret animal that we're not gonna use, but I just want to get it. And then we'll pick up whatever weapon I think is actually beneficial for me. Oh my god, he's not using John Wilkes Booth. Oh, run field! Listen to the squelching sound as I run through this thing. Also, we can get rid of... I suppose we'll get rid of Cardinal when we pick up this new animal. Hello, everyone. I'm not going to take the giraffe back, though, because there's no real point at this stage. You hit the lock with the key, and you can go in. Oh, look at this thing. It's a beholder, so it is. He gives you a magical boost, which... I can't remember if that means... It either means you regen magic faster, you have a higher magical pull, or you do more damage. Or it might be all three, honestly. Who knows? You know what? Take the elephant back. I have max strength, max it out more. Snoot increases your strength. Thanks you, Snoot. Alright, let's go get a weapon. We're gonna run all the way down to the end and work our way backwards, because we're level 20 now, so all the good weapons will be down at the end, all the level 20 plus weapons. The spanner was pretty fun, for the brief time that I used it. I said it as if I didn't have a skin on it the whole time. Oh, the fork with a meatball. Nice. Spear, the hammer. No, there's the toilet roll too. There's the Medusa spear, which, cool, it looks like that, and then when you use it... Oh. It used to be like, it looked different, it would be like a little spear. Alright, the hell with me then. The slab of meat. Oh, these were level 30, I didn't even notice, that's 35. Poison, magic, agility, 5 strength, 2 defense, and crit, I would love that. The cattle prod, electricity and 4 defense, love it. Magic, and then... Okay, big stick. What do I want? Did I just go even more strength? I feel like I want defense though, because there's a part where you get swarmed by enemies near the end. I suppose, yeah, getting this back would be the best. That'll do. Exit the map. And I think that's kind of it. I've got everything I need. Weapons, animal, whatnot. Wizard Castle takeoff. Oh no, I forgot to put John Wilkes Booth back on. We cannot have that. Jeez, that was close. I nearly went in there with a normal weapon. Ugh, there we go. Come on, buddy. Buddy. Nope. Wizard Castle takeoff. So, I'm going to see if there's a glitch here that still works. So basically what you would do here is you'll walk to the far right, then you'll activate a little cutscene, and then you'll do like a little takeoff flying motion. But if you do this first, sometimes things can mess up, and I want to see if it works. Still. I think I may have activated it too soon. It's like, ah, the Necromancer, the Cyclops, the Wizard, and who the fuck is that guy on the far right? Like, he literally just, the painter literally just appears here at the end. I think he had a few extra details added to him. Right, does the sandwich... Oh, I don't think the sandwich trick still works. Darn it. So basically what would have happened was you would... The sandwich would wear off, and then you would just be in your normal form, and you'd just be walking left to right. And if you jumped, you'd just fall to the bottom of the screen, and like all this would keep happening, but then you just teleport to the top. You basically got to avoid all of these rocks, not that they're, you know, very difficult to avoid anyway. Also, I love the little Lincoln head spinning through it all. Right, here are the cultists. These enemies are annoying because... Hang on, let me see. Oh, no, they do. So, if you're playing as like one of the knights or anyone with elemental magic, these guys don't really take damage from it. They are very squishy though in terms of health, though, from what I remember. Yeah, like, they don't have anywhere near as much as like the Eskimos we just fought, for example. So, you kind of just wheel on them. You're kind of powerless to do anything about it. So yeah, another point in the game where being a magic user is you're kind of shafted a bit, for lack of a better way to put it. Just, you know, suck it up, start meleeing them for like 3 damage. Again, that is why, like, when you play as a mage, like, you're always, I say mage, but like, you know, magic build. When you play as a magic build, like, by the end of the game, you will probably be like level 30-ish, because you'll still be using your melee attacks from time to time for enemies that don't really take a lot, or they're hard to hit with magic. So you'll be getting a crap ton of experience regardless. And again, the Red Knight, his overpowered magic, to keep bringing him back up, since it hits multiple times in quick succession, you get a lot of experience. Right, and see, that's the final mission. Now it's just 4 bosses. And the first up will be the painter, who, kinda difficult. Oh, this is different. They've changed up how some things look in here. Oh yeah, he's definitely different. He's more animated. Oh, he's way more animated. What the? It's Paint Jr. Aw. I did not know that. That's funny. Well, now I feel bad about this. Oh, it says Dad. I'm glad they gave him like a full little makeover for his DLC. His new animations and everything. I genuinely didn't know. Like, I stayed away from it. Like, as soon as I saw that this was a thing, like, I just assumed like the DLC. I just assumed it was just like, you know, custom character. I didn't know they actually did change anything about bosses. Like, oh, that was fun. I like that. See, if I had more defense here, I would just be running into these things, and because as you've probably noticed, they've got health, but if they touch you, they do damage and they just disappear. So like the strat, if you have have full defense, is basically you just run into them. But I kind of don't want to do that because limited healing supplies. My art will be your demise. That's like the only thing he says that I genuinely can understand. Once he gets to a certain health threshold, though, he will start... Oh god. 79 damage, Jesus. Once he gets to a certain health threshold, he'll re-enter the fight, and then he'll just start running around and spawning them all in. They'll only have 1 HP. So it becomes a bit easier, but also a bit more difficult to deal with. Oh my god, it's a clockwork carrot. That was a Newgrounds animation, wasn't it? The Clockwork Orange. It was like that, the clock on an actual orange, if I remember rightly. God, I miss Newgrounds. I know it's still a thing, but I haven't really properly used it in years. When I was a kid, I used to use it to watch all like the old Sonic and Mario like versus videos, or like the old compilations. Like how I find like stuff like Sonic Shorts and whatnot. I was definitely on that website when I was way too young, though. Like, I think I was like 8 when I first used Newgrounds. Oh god. Oh, whoa, what the fuck? That is new. Oh my god, lord. Ah, damn it. Ah, there we go, he's activated his final trump card. Now you just have to run around and spawn them in, but like I said, they only have 1 HP, so you can just slice them, and it's easy as. I want to leave him for a second and see if he actually spawns in any other than that horrifying monstrosity. I don't see any new... Okay, so I guess that's the only new one. Strange, but funny. Oh, I got the unicorn horn. And he's dead. Phew. What's the unicorn? It's a magic weapon, yeah. Sorry about killing your dad, Paint Jr. And he just flies away. I actually thought for a second there they were going to make me fight Junior as well. I wonder if that's still the same if you're playing as Paint Jr. I imagine it would be. No other cutscenes change if you're playing as like one of the enemies. So like, is this him throughout his life? Like self-portraits? Or is it like, oh no, it's different generations. It's like, that one's a rock with a leaf, and then there's the fucking caveman that's in an old like bag. That's cute. I like this. I like these little changes. This canvas has like actual paint on it now. Little art, alien hominid. That's a wizard at the end. And Paint Junior's little drones. Oh, I love you, Dad. Thanks, game. Feel great. So yeah, right. Well, he's done now, so I assume no more surprises from this point on. I imagine. So you just break these crystals and then move on to the next boss, which will be an old friend. Up and in. Yeah, this looks the same thus far. The Necromancer, maybe he's different because he's got his own. I mean, he's got new design, ever so slightly, but new design. So yep, fight the Cyclops again, who is now using a coffin. He's just a big Terminator reference. Then he'll shoot the fireballs. And he'll hop on top of the coffin and go pogo sticking, if I remember correctly. Yep. So, yeah, there's the groom, and the whole thing is, he can't be hurt, and he'll, like, follow after you. Or you can just let him, for 5 damage, knock you into the ground. Now he can't do anything. Although I do want to come out because he will... Oh, jeez, I forgot how much damage he does. Yeah, go back to him. Actually, I need to block more. But you can't block him mid-air. Yeah, well, he's already at half. I should be able to get through this without taking damage, though. And also, there's the bones of the dragon. I'll just wait here. You can see the bones in the back and the freaking sock on the ground. Also, he's freaking out trying to get me there. You may have noticed the Cyclops also just does not know what to do when you do that and just runs away. Fireballs again. You can block these, I think. So I got 5 health potions, that's good. It's really the Necromancer is the fight where you want the potions for. The wizard himself the wizard's not too difficult, like the final boss. He's just long. It's the Necromancer, those first phase where things are a bit... It's very easy to get ganked, for lack of a better way to put it. Like, you will get grouped immediately. Right, I'm choking here. Heal up. I'm just gonna run around for this last one, because I should be able to kill him after this. And that way he won't just wander away. This is also another thing, see if you have like max agility, like you quite literally run circles around them. And there we go, they are both dead again. But this time they get to be ghosts. They go to heaven as well, you know? That's makes you think. Alright, collect all this, all that. And also little unique X marks the spot, little bones on the ground. This is the wooden spoon. 2 strength, 2 defense, 2 agility. One of the better weapons. Well, better-ish, you know. There's no downsides to it. Alright, break another crystal, and then it's off to the Necromancer, and then we'll wrap things up with the final boss. But say, I almost made it sound like I was gonna just end after I killed the Necromancer. That would be funny. How I used to play this fight is I would start, once it started, I would just run around and just start throwing bombs like a madman. But now it's everywhere, it's probably better to just kind of jump and attack. Oh, like all the corpses of the old ones. I suppose they probably didn't want to redo the entire arena. Also like to point out that this is the best song in the game. I know it's overplayed, I do not care. I think though the guy, like, I could be wrong, but I remember seeing like a few years ago, like the guy who made the song though, like might hate it now though, because it's like the only song of his that he's made for the game that people just keep talking about, which I get. Again, though, that could be fake. I'm not gonna put words in anyone's mouth. Oh my god, it's Goku! God, picking a 3D model for that really was the most cursed thing I could do, wasn't it? I'll use these sandwiches. There, Goku's dead. As is he. Right, on to the actual Necromancer himself. So, this is just a PvP fight, essentially. I don't mean essentially, it is a PvP fight, only he has a crap ton of health. He will also block a lot. See what I mean? He is a little hard to juggle as well. You can get some off. God, I remember for years, like, or maybe a year, right? It wasn't that long, but like rumors about like how to unlock the Necromancer, and like so many of the, I remember ones being like, because he was DLC that came out a few years after the game. I think it was 2010 he came out. I could be wrong, but might have been late 2009. I honestly don't remember, but I remember rumors for ages were like, oh, you gotta beat like certain characters on insane mode, you gotta do the fight perfectly on insane mode, or you had to beat everyone on insane mode. It was like, that's why I say it's insane. But that's what I mean, like, there were so many rumors about how to unlock him, and then in the end it was all lies. He was a DLC. I mean, he was like, the DLC was like £2. It's wasn't you know, like, it was expensive. The good thing about Castle Crashers, every single one of his DLCs has been under a £5. It's like, that's insane for a game that's this popular and played this much. And then he died. And then if you wait, he'll drop his weapon, which is so goddamn good. So 1 strength, 3 defense. His is 2 magic, 7 defense. I don't think I need the added defense for the final fight. I used to dig that sword though just because I thought it looked cool. Right, all good things come to an end. Right, how many? There's 1, 2, 3. There's 6 phases to this, if I remember correctly. Because there's the crystals, the wizard phase, the balloon phase, the insect phase, the balloon phase again, and then the final phase. And you want to try and group these up if you can. There we go. Half health already. Wow, what an easy boss fight. There we are. And now, right, when the shield is blue, he is weak to magic. And when the shield is red, he is weak to physical. Do not hit him like this. Oh, he gets reflected. And then he'll switch. Knowingly though, he still gets to use magic in this phase. Oh my good lord. He's gonna switch back. I need to stop trying to do the sprint. That's what's getting me, so it is. It's annoying that I can't do anything to him while he's like this, because this phase, well, like when he's magic based, he is so easy to dodge, it's not even funny. Son of a bitch. Yep. Move up. And move down. Move up. Attack. Fortunately, after this, he's mostly pretty easy. Or less tedious, I guess. Right, hopefully this is the last time he phase shifts. Yep, you're having a great time there. Like a Gatling gun. I thought he did the move so many times in the end swap, but I guess it's a time-based thing. And he just does it every time you come in front of him. Right, I need this. I'm so used to jumping on everything. There we go. Right. Phase is easy. So he's all ballooned. So long as you follow him, you can just stay in the air. Nice and easy. Huzzah! The world is saved. Lamau, nightmare fuel. And now you know where the cultists come from. I need to try and get directly underneath him. Yeah, if you see like that, if you get right underneath them, you can kind of just avoid those attacks. There we go, they're dead. Now he will balloon again. I don't think this balloon phase is any different. Yeah, he still just drops the little balls. I'm gonna do a quick wee heal before the final phase. And now he goes, fuck the magic, I'm gonna throw hands. Except he still uses magic with the sword. I'm just gonna... This is the annoying part. This is pretty much all he does. He moves and fires on little fireballs from the sky. It's like compare something. It's like Alduin from Skyrim. He's just a normal fight, except he's decided to shoot fireballs. He does this from time to time. Doesn't do much, but he does it. He has a ranged move that he'll occasionally shoot out, where he just kind of slams the sword into the ground and fires a little flame out of it. I would get him to do it, but I don't know when he decides to do it. Then he'll circle around here, and I just move down. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got greedy. I was gonna see if I could run over there and hit him. Oh, he's near dead. Alright, well, I want to try and... I'll take the sword if I... Mine! Get fucked. Oh no, it's the... Was that the Daniel Day-Lewis one that I used? I think for the looking down face. We did it! Ugh. And that's Castle Crashers. Just as good as it was back in 2008. It's aged wonderfully. Even better now. Like I said, like there is already, at the time of me right before I recorded this, there is 3,000 items on the Steam Workshop. Like there is an infinite possibilities of characters for this game now, and that is hilarious. There's a lot of great screenshots you could take here. Might use one for the thumbnail, we'll see. Suppose you'll all know. I wonder though how many people are unaware that there was a DLC release. I mean, to be fair, you know, I was aware of it because I love this game. So as soon as they announced DLC was coming, I was like, ah, Castle Crashers DLC. But I have to imagine there are people who played this game potentially 17 years ago who always had fond memories of it, but never really, like, you know, they played it maybe once, twice, 3 times, and were like, yeah, that was great, that's grand. Who may be completely unaware that a DLC has just released. So, I feel like when I put up the video title, it's just going to be titled, Can You Beat Castle Crashers Abraham Lincoln? Some people are going to be very confused. I'm not expecting it to do well, because 2 reasons. People are going to see, one, a video that is probably about 3 hours long, and also fucking Castle Crashers Abraham Lincoln. They're going to be like, what's he doing now? What's he doing now? It's like the Fallout New Vegas with Fallout New Vegas. So many people just thought that was a video was me taking the piss. And I mean, to a degree it was, yeah. But a shocking amount of people are not aware, or were not aware, well, one, that it was uploaded on April 1st, and second of all, that it was me literally playing New Vegas with 2 New Vegases strapped to my hands. I could probably rename that video now to, like, Can I Beat Fallout New Vegas with 2 copies of Fallout New Vegas taped to my hands, or something like that. But I think it's funnier without that, because then you have the penny drop situation in the video where I'm just like, this of course means beating the game with games taped to my hands. And finally, thank you to the entire Newgrounds community and all the people who have played our previous games or made a purchase at our online store. Your direct support continues to make our dreams reality. No, thank you for 17 years worth of fun from a single video game that cost me like £10. He's headbanging again. Woo! And the king comes down with his daughter. Or is it his daughter? Any new creatures here? Oh, you got the skeleton, all the grey knights, the ghost. Everything here is pretty much the same. You can actually die here, because you can walk into this dude's arrows, and then he will kill you. Basically, it's a trap for if you're playing co-op, you'll need to... Yeah, because if you're playing co-op at this stage, you will have to fight for the final princess. And also, this dude will hand you food, because he steals it from this guy. Anyway. Oh my god, I've been cloned. I love this ending to this game. I still think they one-up this, though, for the ending of Battle Block Theater, which is just a brief musical number, followed by, like, a cataclysmic event, essentially. I not for a video, but unironically, when I finish up this recording in the next 2 minutes, I might go re-download Battle Block and go play it. And that's Castle Crashers. That was fun. If this does well, if people actually genuinely interested, I might do like more just like full playthroughs of things. Hey, one final level. Yeah, so I guess that's one downside, you know, well, not really a downside, but your custom characters, you won't obviously What's the word I'm looking for? You want to unlock other characters for finishing them. We'll switch to... We'll go to the Insane store. I can't remember what's actually here. I remember it being a thing, though. Yeah, this is where you really want to spend all your money. Oh god, do you remember when this sword first released with the DLC? And it was like, you could get it at level 1, and it had even better stats than this, and it was absurd. Chainsaw, pretty good. This horrifying snake creature. And the 2 original DLC items. Now, I had nothing to say. Yeah, you unlock Hattie by having a save, I believe, of Battle Block on your PC or whatever. But I know in the remastered versions for the consoles, since Battle Block is not, they never made like a newer version of it, and it's only back compatible on the Xbox version, that you basically, I think you just have to buy Hattie for a certain amount of money. Anyway, that's completely off topic. So yeah, that was insanely insane. That was fun to come back to. Play this again. It's been so long. I keep saying that. It's been 2 years. Simmer the frick down there, but yeah. So hopefully the next proper video is out soon enough. Like I said, I'm working on a... Jeez, did I even mention the beginning? I'm working on that Fallout video. I'm working on a Dragon Age video, and obviously still, and a Metal Gear Solid 5 video that realistically I would like to have out before Delta, the remake of Snake Eater, comes out. If it's not, it's not a big deal, but yeah, so maybe it's out hopefully before Delta, but I would like, there should definitely be a video out before Delta's release, because Delta's released, was it the 26th to the 28th of August, like the end of this month, so I would like to hope that I will have a video out before then. Regardless, that's going to be the end of the challenge video. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider giving the video a like. If you're interested in more challenges in the future, feel free to subscribe. I'm trying to run these videos out fairly frequently. My name's Nerbit. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see y'all in the next video.